Don't give praise, esteem, and honor to the Most High YAHUAH, YAHUSHA HaMashiach. Let it roll, baby boy.
Search the scriptures, when do you think ye have eternal life, and they will testify of me.
Yeah.
And ye will not come to me that ye might have life.
Yeah.
I receive not honor from men, but I know you.
Yeah.
That ye have not the love of Elohim in you. I am come in my Father's name, and ye receive me not. If another shall come in his own name, him ye will receive. How can ye believe? Receive honor one of another, and seek not the honor that cometh from Elohim only.
All right, that's good. Jeremiah 31, man. Verse 22. Do I want 22 or do I want higher than 22? Yeah. 31 and 22. Got to identify everything in the verse, man.
How long?
Wilt
thou go about, O thou backsliding daughter? For Yahuwah hath created a new thing in the earth. A woman shall compass a man.
All right, we all know what the word backslide means.
Going back to what you used to do?
Yeah, the word in Hebrew is shavav. It literally means back turning or apostate or heathenish. See what I'm saying? So he's saying that backsliding daughter. So I want you to go get 1 Kings chapter 17 and give me about verse 13. I want to say make it 10. So you have to look at, he said, how long, oh backsliding daughter. Then he said a woman is going to encompass a man. Some of y'all might have heard what he said, some of y'all might have didn't. You know, a lot of people throw that verse out there, right? You done heard that verse before, a woman encompass a man? What they told you it meant? Or what you thought it meant, either or, don't remember. What you think it meant there? That's what most people say, right? It means a woman to be over a man. You know what I'm saying? And looking at it in English, that's exactly what you would take from it, and you wouldn't get no dispute from me about it. But clearly, that's not what that means, especially when you look at the context of everything that's around it, especially if you take on what we talked about last night. Remember what we talked about last night? He'll satiate the weary soul. You remember what satiate means? It means to abundantly fill with water. So when he was talking about satiating the weary soul, you know, the master was weak. You know what I'm saying? That burden was heavy on him. He gave him strength to get through it. He gave him the ruach to get him up out the grave. Same thing that he gonna do for us. But I'm gonna show you that a woman encompassing a man is two different things. Two different things. Go ahead, man.
1 Kings
17 and 10.
I'm gonna say
Because you ain't got no milk in your boobs, man.
So he arose and went to Zafar, and when he came to the gate of the city,
My bad, 2 Kings 17.
I figured that's why I asked first.
Oh, I didn't hear you.
You heard that, right?
2 Kings 17.
Yeah, that's all I heard.
I said you wanted 1 Kings.
Yeah, I'm not denying that, but all I heard was 1 Kings 17.
All right, we do. And they set them up images and groves in every high hill under every green tree.
They did what?
They set up images in groves, and there they burnt incense in all the high places, as did the heathen whom Yahuwah had carried away before them.
So they did. So this is heathen behavior. Go ahead.
To provoke Yahuwah to anger. For they served idols. Therefore Yahuwah had said unto them, ye shall not do this thing. Yet Yahuwah testified against Yasharal and against Yehudah by all the prophets and by the seers, saying, turn ye from your evil ways and keep my commandments and my statutes, according to the Torah which I commanded your fathers, and which I sent to you by the servants, the prophets.
Go ahead.
Notwithstanding, they will not hear, but hardened their necks, like the necks of their fathers that did not believe in Yahuwah, their Elohim.
Go ahead.
And they rejected his statutes and his covenant that he made with their fathers, and his testimonies which he testified against them.
Go ahead.
And they followed vanity and became vain, and went after the heathen that were round about them.
And became what?
Concerning Yahuwah had charged them that they should not do like them. And they left all the commandments of Yahuwah, their Elohim, and made them molten images, even 2 calves, and made a grove, and worshipped all the hosts of Shamaim, and served Baal.
That's good. Would you say that they were apostate and they backslid? Would you say that would be accurate in what they did? Because this is long after the covenant's been established to them, correct? Now let's look at something in 2 Thessalonians chapter 2 and verse 7. Because he asked, how long would I go about, oh backsliding daughter? You have to realize at the time when the master came, we were fully backslidden at that point. No, you hear the word apostasy if you talk to mainly like Christian people, things of that nature. An apostate is basically a reprobate, for a term that most people are familiar with. If you're an apostate, you're a reprobate. Go ahead.
2 Thessalonians
2:7.
For the mixture of iniquity doth already work. Only he who no letteth will let.
Listen. Stop.
Until he be taken out of the way. And then shall that wicked be revealed, whom Yahuwah shall consume with the ruach of his mouth, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming. Even him whose coming is after the works of the adversary, with all powers and signs and lying wonders.
Yeah.
And with all deceivableness of unrighteousness in them that perish. Because they receive not the love of the truth.
That's what he was telling you about in Kings, because clearly them people couldn't have received the love for the truth based on what they were doing. Go ahead.
That they might be saved. And for this cause Elohim shall send them a strong delusion, that they shall believe a lie, that they all might be damned who believe not in the truth, but had pleasure in unrighteousness.
Now, when you look at that there, now he exiled them. And of course, we could go read in Ezekiel and other places of what he said he would do to them. Also in Leviticus 26, he tell you what he would do to you. Does anybody recall off the top of their head some of the things that he said he would do to you in Leviticus 26 if you went against him? He did say that. But he said that if you would not obey him, that he would chase you to the sword with the sword until you were destroyed. And if you didn't want to listen, he would punish you 7 times more for your sins. He also said if you walk contrary to him, he will walk contrary to you. See, I'm making mention of this because we've seen some brothers arguing about Amos 3:3. Does anybody know what Amos 3:3 says? Except they be agreed. So, it's a lot of brothers in these last few months, leaving the master alone. That's their prerogative. I don't really care. You know what I'm saying? So, some that do believe in the master, when they're telling them that, okay, I don't fool with you no more, they reference that verse. Two can't walk together except they be agreed. So those who are learned in biblical Hebrew say when you parse this text, that's not what it says. You know what I'm saying? It says, can two walk together except they have an appointment. You know what I'm saying? If you render it all the way out, it's going to say, can two walk together except they know one another. Now, scripturally, do you know what it means to know someone? Put it this way. In Jeremiah 9:24, he tells you not to esteem in yourself, but to esteem that you know Yahuwah. And you know what he told you that he delighted in? Righteousness, judgment, understanding, things of this nature. So therefore, if you don't know those things, then you can't walk with nobody because you wouldn't have an appointment to be agreed because you wouldn't know him, therefore you wouldn't walk with him. So like the brother told him, that's synonymous. Though they're different wordings, they saying the same thing. I see a lot of that when they parse Isaiah 53. See, that's not what it says in the Hebrew, but it pretty much says the same thing. So you just sat here and argued for 2 hours and you saying the same thing. You know what I'm saying? So everybody in part of this conversation is an idiot. You know what I'm saying? Because nobody could recognize that we're all saying the same thing while we're arguing about it. The reason why they were arguing about it because these men have no love for the truth. And according to the law, if we idolaters like they claim, what does the law say they supposed to do? They supposed to have no pity on you and don't fool with you at all. But you want to walk and be agreed with me, so truly you don't believe the Torah like you say you do. What does the Torah tell us to do if somebody don't believe in Mashiach? Let's see how. Go to the second epistle of John, man, about verse 7. So then and then we already know what the law says. There is no agreement with the woman's seed and the serpent seed. Somebody got to be a Yasharal and somebody got to be the devil. It can't be both. So how can I be a Yah and walk with the devil? And if you believe I'm the devil, because I believe in an idol, how can you walk with me? Because these niggas got mad because the chick told him, I ain't doing no songs with you. Straight up. Then what she told him, then came behind him and she made a whole post about it and let the nigga know who she did a song with after he came out saying he don't believe Mashiach. I got love for you, cuz. I ain't doing no more records with you, though. You know what I'm talking about?
Pretty much said you can take that one down.
Yeah, you can take that one down. Because if I would have known that, I wouldn't even got on the song. You know what I'm saying? I respect that, though. You know, these women got more heart than some of these niggas when it comes to that, because some of these niggas be real quick and be like, it ain't no big deal, bro. We still ox. Nah, we kinsmen. He ain't none of my brother, though. I ain't got no problem telling you that. You remember that time I was on that show, I told that nigga that he got mad. You'll be alright. I told you nigga cussed me out the other day. Nigga say, F Jesus, he ain't real. I said, I don't care. Oh, you care, nigga, you care. No, I don't. I don't care how you feel about that, man. It ain't gonna ruin my day. I'm not gonna go cut my wrist because you said that. I'm gonna continue on what I'm doing. I'm gonna go back to this job site and eat this hamburger and finish cleaning this house. Nigga, I don't care what you talking about. F your mama. Oh boy. You really hurt my feelings then. Nigga, you don't even know my mama. You know what I'm saying? You's an F boy. F niggas. F you, nigga. Okay. Nigga, you on the phone talking real tough. I'm right up the street from you, nigga. I'm in Tampa. Alright. And you know I told you what I told my nigga what I was gonna do. I was gonna be extra petty and put my address on there. Meet me at my house, my nigga, since you up the street. I be waiting on you. Call me when you on the way. You know what I'm saying? That's what I started to do too. I just told him he was lame. You know what I'm saying? I just told him he was lame. Talking all that gangster stuff. Nigga ain't gonna kill nothing, ain't gonna let nothing be killed or watch nothing be killed. You know what I'm saying? All because the nigga say, bruh, prove that for me. You say David's a priest after the order of Melchizedek, prove that. The Levitical priesthood and the Melchizedek priesthood was simultaneous. That sounds great. Can you show me that though? He was a priest, he wore an ephod. Yes, he did. Can you show me here? This is where he got crossed up at. He said David had on the ephod. I don't disagree. I say, can he go in the inner sanctum of the temple? No. Then that wasn't no priestly ephod, you idiot. You can't even wear that outside the temple. You got to take that off and leave it there. If he would have walked up out the temple with it, y'all would have had to kill him on the spot. But you know the law. You Torah only don't know the law. But I'm the heathen. I'm the one who don't know the book. And you don't know this man can't walk up out the temple with his ephod on. Yeah, that sounds about right. I did antagonize him a little bit. I just told him he was trash. You suck. You no good. You weak with the, you know what I'm saying? And this nigga called my phone. You know what I'm saying? I didn't call you, nigga. You called me with this, cussing me out. But this is what niggas do. First he want to disrespect the master, thinking that's going to get a rise. When that didn't work, okay, I disrespect his mama. When that didn't work, I size his manhood. And I'm laughing at him. Like, you's a funny nigga. You know what I'm saying? Because you might have said it in my face. I ain't going to do nothing but let you talk. Don't even put your hands on me. You know what I'm saying? I don't care nothing about you running your mouth. Shoot, you make your mouth 5 fish. Who cares? But it shows his insecurity as a man and what he believed, that you felt like you had to resort to those type of tactics. Because if you know you right, what you got to disrespect me for? Don't make no sense. You know what I'm saying? Now, we wasn't in the word. Nigga slapped all your fronts out. Then I'd be wrong. You know what I'm saying? You don't disrespect my mama. You don't know my mama, cuz. I'm right upside it, because that's what you're going to do if you ain't got nothing to hold you. You're going to be like, hold up. Even I put it this way, if you insecure and you immature, that's what you're going to do. You got an immature mind, somebody say that, because that's a purposeful tactic to get a rise up out of you. You supposed to know when somebody trying to get you angry on purpose. What's the best way to get somebody to put their hands on you? Call him an F nigga. He be ready to fighting words. You know what I'm saying? Call me a female dog, cuz. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, man.
Read the 2nd epistle of John.
Verse 7.
For many deceivers are entered into the world.
What?
Many deceivers.
I know it.
They are entered into the world who confess not that Yahushua HaMashiach is come in the
They
flesh.
sure don't.
This is the deceiver and antichrist.
Yeah, sure is.
Look to yourselves that we lose not those things we have wrought, but that we will receive a full reward.
Mm-hmm.
Whosoever transgresses in the
Give
Bible.
me verse 6 though. I think we've been.
And this is love.
Okay, we good. Keep going where you was at. I had to make sure.
We're at verse 9.
Make sure.
Whosoever transgresses and abideth not the doctrine of the Mashiach have not Elohim.
Mm-hmm.
He that abideth in the doctrine of the Mashiach, he hath both the Father and the Son.
Go ahead.
If there come any unto you, and bring not this doctrine, receive him not into your house.
Don't fool with him.
Neither bid him Godspeed.
And don't tell him y'all be with you neither.
For he that biddeth him Godspeed is partaker in his evil deed. Having many things to write unto you, I would not write with paper and ink, but I trust to come unto you and speak face to face, that your joy.
That's good right there. So the text tell us, I ain't supposed to fool with you. Now, if somebody say, well, where that's at in the law? That's in the law when the book say tell us to go after other gods, to not fool with them. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not fooling with you. And niggas will get offended. Oh, that's division. We supposed to unify. Give me Ephesians 4 and 16. I'll tell you what the book say how we're supposed to unify. Actually, it's 14. You know what I'm saying? See, that's an Israelite's big thing. I've been telling you that for a long time. That's what the niggas screaming. Unification over everything. You know what I'm saying? Some stuff petty. What name you call them, we get past that. They ain't no big deal. You know what I'm saying? Or when you decide to keep the Sabbath, or how you count your feast days. Okay, man, we could get past that. You know what I'm saying? But something as fundamental as I believe you're an idolater, I believe this man ain't real, we can't get past that. There's no meeting of the mind. There's no, bro. I'm good. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm straight. I'm not unifying with that. I might as well unify with a sissy at that point. What's the difference? What's the difference? I might as well unify with a whoremonger or a real idolater or a liar or a thief at that point. What's the difference? Ain't no difference. Go ahead, man.
Ephesians 4
and 14.
That we henceforth be no more children tossed to and fro and carried about with every wind of doctrine by the sleight of men and cunning craftiness, whereby they lie in wait to deceive.
That's the whole key thing. See, that's right here. Give me Jeremiah 23 and 14, and we come right back. Because he say you got men. See, that's what happened with our people. We get tossed to and fro. You know what I'm saying? How we get tossed to and fro? Because niggas be sitting back waiting, a lot of people, every day. You know what I'm saying? Sadly, the master told you this here, but niggas get deceived every day, B. Every day. Do you know what I'm saying? And the number one reason why people get deceived is not necessarily not knowing the text. It's not having a mind and heart to want to do what the text say with the information that they do know. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Jeremiah 23
and 14. Make it 13.
And I have seen folly in the prophets of Samaria. They prophesied in Baal and caused the people of Yasharal to err. I have seen also the prophets of Jerusalem and horrible things. They commit adultery and walk in lies. They strengthen also the hands of evildoers, that none do return from his wickedness. They are all of them unto me as Sodom and inhabitants thereof.
Ain't that the same thing? Ain't that what Paul just told you? These men are laying back, waiting to deceive. It's the same thing he said in Lamentations of Jeremiah, that the prophets have seen vain visions for you, and they can't turn back your banishment. Because see, regardless of what dudes want to talk about, the old covenant, you were banished. Once you broke it, you were done. Do you know what I'm saying? It's over with for you. You exiled from the land, and you got to die. So he had to come up with something that was different than what he made with your forefathers, is what the brothers overlooked. That's why I tell y'all, ask them dudes. Okay, it's not no point of do they believe in Mashiach. That's not the point of asking the question. The point of asking the question is Jeremiah says there'll be another covenant that he will make that is not like the one he made with your fathers. And then in that covenant he said he will forgive your iniquities as a people, not as individuals, as a people. Now of course he's also going to talk about individuals, but he's referring to as a people. So when was this new covenant made? Who made it? How is it different from the first one? And where is that in the text? And if he hasn't made another covenant with us, then we still in our sins. So you saying take with you the calves of your lips is rendered null and void, because he said I got to bring this new covenant in to forgive your iniquities. Therefore, if the new covenant isn't brought in according to what he said, we still in our sins and we done, and we can never come back to the land. That's what the book say. That's not my personal opinion. That's what the text says. That's what he said. So how do you reconcile that, sir? Because that at that point, Yah has showed no mercy to this people or mankind as a whole.
They can't prove that.
I know they can't prove it. That's the point of asking it to them. Because I know you can't answer it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not asking you that for the purpose of I'm smarter than you. I'm asking you that the same way the master asked them stuff, because I know you do err and don't know the scriptures. I know you don't know what you're talking about. You know what I'm saying? So the point of the matter is to show you that you condemning your own soul, and that you really need to just sit down and just be quiet and let Yah direct you where you need to be at, so you can actually know of him, because you don't know him like you think you do. See, the scribe, because you know that the scribes used to come inside him all the time, thinking they knew the book, but they really didn't know it. And then he would crash him, and then they would be, how you gonna be mad at somebody because you don't know what you talking about? Because that's how them niggas act. They get mad at you because they don't know what they talking about. That's not my fault. That's your fault. Don't put yourself out there if you don't know what you're talking about. You know what happens when you put yourself out there when you don't know what you're talking about? You run across somebody who does. And that's why they wanted to kill the man. Not only because of how he lived, he knew what he was talking about. You know what I'm saying? You know that there with black folks, when they come to this book, they want to be the nigga who know everything. They don't like somebody who has or is equal to or greater than they are. Then it's a problem, because niggas competing. What you competing with a nigga about knowledge for? You know what I'm saying? That's whole nigga stuff, man. Don't compete with no other man. Only way you compete with another man is in a sporting event. or a video game. You know what I'm saying? You playing Madden, you compete. You know what I'm saying? You lifting weights. Oh, you doing 225 for 5 reps, nigga? I'm gonna try to beat you and do 8. You know what I'm saying? That's being competitive. You don't compete with nobody in real life. You know what I'm saying? That's sad right there. That's not cool. Every one of us in here done seen niggas compete with niggas on who know the most word. For what? So some other old chump nigga can say, boy, that nigga Darius nice with them texts, boy. That nigga know a lot of scripts. I know he'll write it, man. Look how much ain't that what them niggas do though? I'm telling you, that's why cuz cussed me out. I told him you trash, man. If you nice with yours, I have no problem telling you, but you nice with your boy, I see you, boy. You holding it down. Keep doing your thing. Y'all increase you. If you garbage though. You ain't finna sit here and lie to me. And expect I'm supposed to just go forward and not say nothing. I know you lying to me, nigga. David was a priest after Melchizedek. Sounds great. Prove it. Go back to Ephesians chapter 4. Because that's what he was trying to do. He was trying to deceive me, thinking I ain't know what I was talking about. All right, bro. I ain't mad at you. But that's why people are in a continual state of apostasy or backsliding. We going backwards and not forwards. Another place he said, you done did worse than the heathen who he told you not to be like. And if you look at our people, we probably worse than these people. It's just the stuff ain't thrown in your face like that. You know, white folks been liking the other sex, whether it's male or female. We done took it to a whole nother level. You know what I'm saying? You just seen everybody going crazy, thought that black girl got hung live on Facebook, and it wasn't nothing but a porno stunt. But I told you the other day though, if that was something real, that would have been on the regular news. Nigga get hung on video and you don't see that on no major news outlet nowhere. Just the Facebook news. Come on, man. I ain't see the video nor what I would have watched it anyway. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, man.
Ephesians 4.
And 14.
That we henceforth be no more children, tossed to and fro and carried about in every wind of doctrine, by the sleight of men and cunning craftiness, whereby they lie in wait to deceive.
Yeah.
But speaking the truth in all love, may grow up into him in all things, which is the head, even the Mashiach, from whom the whole body fit joined together, compacted by that which every joint supplieth, according to the effectual working in the measure of every part, making increase of the body unto the edifying of itself in love.
Hold on. Did I read what I wanted, man?
So you call somebody.
Oh, my bad. It was verse 13 that I actually wanted. Give me 12 those. Go back to verse 12. No, Mike! You gonna roll your eyes at me, cuz? And he said, well, dang, my nigga. How long you felt like that?
Yeah.
What's up, man? Give me verse 12. It was 13.
For the perfecting of the saints. Well, alright. It said, till we all come into the unity of faith and to the knowledge of the Son of Elohim, unto a perfect man, unto the measure of the stature of the fullness of the Mashiach.
No, you read 12 or you just read 13?
I just read 13.
Give me 12, though.
It says, for perfecting of the saints, for the working of the ministry, for edifying of the body of the Mashiach. Till we all come in unity of faith.
See that he say the unity of what?
Faith.
Of who?
Faith.
No, keep going. I mean, after that, what you gonna say?
And the knowledge of the Son of Elohim.
So the unity is in the body of Mashiach, and that's where the unity gonna come in at. And if you don't have no unity in that, then it ain't never gonna be none. You know what I'm saying? So I can't unify with somebody who don't believe in Mashiach. That's retarded. You know what I'm saying? He said, he that joined to one has become one what? One flesh, right? And he say, shall we take the body of Mashiach and join it to a harlot? Yah forbid. So when we look at Jeremiah 30, you come back to Jeremiah 31:22. So we just had to establish what this meant, what backsliding is. That's going backwards from what you were doing. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, give me Jeremiah 3 and 14.
Turn, O backsliding children, said Yahuwah. Turn.
What was the first thing the master said when he began preaching? What's the first thing came out of his mouth? That's the first thing came out of his mouth. He was telling the people to turn. See, we actually doing this backwards from last night. So we really supposed to did this part first, and then did what we did last night now. You know what I'm saying? What we did last night was deal with how he resurrected from the dead and he was filled with water. You know what I'm saying? And then deal with how did he get to that point. You know what I'm saying? He was encompassed, he was captured, he was destroyed. So we're just doing it backwards. Go ahead.
For I am married unto you, and I will take you one of a city and two of a family, and bring you to their home.
That's good. That's good. Now let's go back to so when we look at Jeremiah 31:22, right? And he said, "A woman shall compass a man." Now I'm gonna tell you what that word for compass is. That word for compass is compass, whatever you want to say it. It's savab, and it literally means to encircle, to go about or around, to march or walk around, to circle about, to surround, and to enclose or envelop. So he says a woman will envelop, surround a man. So how is this woman enveloping and surrounding a man? Because who is this woman? Yasharal, you should be able to know that from what he stated in verse 22, O backsliding daughter, or verse 21 when he say, set thee up waymarks, make thee high heap, set thy heart towards the highway, even the way which thou went, turn again, O virgin of Yasharal, turn again unto these cities. And we'll deal with that verse another day. So we have to establish who this woman is, because he said he'll do a new thing in the earth. So how did this woman encompass this man and surround him? I'm talking about not out the New Testament. I need some witnesses to go along with this out the Old. Who can offer me one? No, that one, she didn't surround him. If you surround something, what would you be getting ready to do to it?
Take it down.
You either take it down or attack it or destroy it
Walls of Jericho.
or capture it. That's one thing. Well, they did that. They encircled that. But give him Job 19 real fast, man. Tell me what verse 14 say.
With that out with the woman, I was thinking about how he turned out the man.
No, but he's saying surround this man. So she didn't surround him, she came out of him. Because that means to enclose, like surrounding is if it was somebody all the way around here, then we would be enclosed because you got us surrounded.
I was thinking about Joseph's brothers putting him in the pit.
They surrounded him too. Only difference is it's just not a woman.
I was just thinking that they were the sons of Yasharal.
That they are. I give you that. Won't remove that from you there, sir. Job 19 and 14.
My kinsfolk have failed, and my familiar friends have forgotten me.
They did what?
They have forgotten me.
Whoa.
They that dwell in my house and my maids count me for a stranger.
A stranger.
I am an alien in their sight.
Mm.
I called my servant, and he gave me no answer. I entreated him with my mouth. My breath is strange to my wife. Though I
My breath is strange to who?
to my wife.
Whoa.
Though I entreated for the children's sake of my own body.
He said, I entreated for the children of my own body.
Yea, young children despise me. I arose and they spake against me. All my inward friends abhorred me.
We dealt with this in the love, but it was a long time ago.
And they
Now
were
this is Job talking. You know what I'm saying? This man say, all my friends have left me. I'm strange to my wife and my kids. Everybody hate me. What did he say? He finna say they mocked him and all, didn't they? Listen to him though.
He said, all my inward friends abhorred me, and they whom I loved are turned against me.
Mm-hmm.
My bones cleave to my skin.
Pause. Who is this who that he loved turned against him?
Peter. Oh, talking about the master.
Yeah, he's just Job state right here. Those that I love have turned against me.
When the disciples forsaken.
Well, I'm gonna show you. Give me Jeremiah 31 and 3. And after Jeremiah 31 and 3, John chapter 1. And after John chapter 1, John chapter 3. Jeremiah 31 and 3.
And Yahuwah hath appeared unto me, appeared of old unto me.
Of old. Now pause. What did we just deal with? If he say he appeared of old, what did we just talk about in the last subsequent weeks about what he just stated? Of old, what does he mean?
In times past.
Huh?
In times past.
In times past. But not just in times past. He said Yahuwah appeared of me of old. Who is this who he's appearing to? What did we just deal with that we had to reconcile a statement out of the book of Revelation that nobody ever deals with or speaks on? We just read it last night in John 17. He said that you love me from when? The foundation of the world. All right, man. The foundation of the world. So look at it now. Yahuwah appeared to me of old, and what did he say to him? Go ahead.
Yea, I have loved thee with the everlasting love.
With the what?
Everlasting love.
And what he gonna do after that?
Wherefore, with loving kindness I have drawn thee.
When he say loving kindness, that word means to be merciful. I'll just tell you what the word is so you can know that for yourself. Because I'm already in the chapter. Go to Revelation 13 and 8 real quick before you go to John chapter 1. That word for loving kindness is chesed, is goodness, kindness, faithfulness. Also can mean reproach or shame depending on when it's used. Merciful and favor and goodliness. So he said he loved you with the loving kindness of old. So he had mercy on you of old. And you would think with all this apostasy that we just been looking at, we would need some type of mercy with him. That's why he tell you mercy rejoice against judgment. You know what I'm saying? See, that's another thing that I say, man, we tell you, like, people scream, I love, but then there be no mercy, though. We done went over this before. You know, dealing with David. David showed he loved Saul because he could have murked Saul and didn't do it. You know what I'm saying? Y'all had gave him Saul to kill. He spared his life. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to tell you, like I said, that's one of the instances, right, when we were talking about that 48 laws of power, right? One of the things is an example of some Chinese ruler. He was young, took over the throne. Every ruler before him got murked. So he trying to figure out how can he stay alive. So what he learned was to show mercy and kindness to his enemies. When he learned to do that, his enemies became more faithful to him than his friends. When he showed mercy and kindness to his friends wanted to murk him. You know what I'm saying? That particular law was dealing with it's better to be kind to your enemies versus your friends because your friends think you owe them something. Because the person who he gave as an example who didn't do that was a dude who put his homeboy on. And he put his homeboy on to the point that his homeboy murked him and took his spot. Because his homeboy felt like, you got to give me this because you my friend. The whole time he was plotting on that. Somebody who's diametrically opposed to you, they don't have a reason to want to deal with you. So if you catch them down bad and you don't kill them, they look at that, oh, this man done showed mercy to me. Then they feel like, you know what, I'm going to be loyal to them. You know what I'm saying? And to a certain extent, David, knowing the law, I'm not putting my hands on Yah's anointed, but he was loyal to Saul from the jump. So when he turned around and he do this here, every time he did it, it made Saul not want to kill him less and less. You know what I'm saying? Because every time he wanted to murk him, and David could have murked him and he spared him, it kind of took the anger away that Saul had, if you know the story. You know what I'm saying? To the point that he didn't want to fool with David no more. He left him alone. That also goes with what Proverbs say, that if a man ways pleases Yah, he even make your enemies be at peace with you. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I would tell you when we were talking about it. There are things that, because these are real people. You know what I'm saying? These are real events where you can see scriptural parallels of how these men behave themselves. And you just using a natural example to show a spiritual point. Because these are real people. Everybody in that book is a real person. That Chinese emperor was a real man. Could you imagine being 17 years old the same way Jeroboam got that counsel? He's a young child. How is he going to know how to rule a kingdom? He's a baby. You got to get counsel or advice from somebody to tell you what to do. You know what I'm saying? Somebody came to this Chinese ruler and told him, hey man, this is what you're going to do if you're going to save your life. Plus he looking at everybody before me got murked. I can't go out like that. What do I have to do? You know, most people don't do that. That's what Yahushua did. Remember, he said we were all sinners, yet he died for us. He came and showed mercy to his enemies. In the midst of showing mercy to your enemies, you're looking to gain a friend because I did something for you when I should have murked you for it. You know what I'm saying? But niggas don't see that because niggas can read. I can pull the word out of almost anything. You know what I'm saying? And see that. I can see that concept and know, oh yeah, Yahushua did that. That's exactly what he did. Every last one of us was his enemy. Plainly. You know what I'm saying? So when he turned around, that's why he told you in the book of Psalms, he say, if he should mark iniquity, who will stand? He say, but there's forgiveness with him that he might be feared or that he might be reverenced. Because now once you see that this man who has power to take you out shows mercy on you, then common sense would say that you will be loyal to this man all the way to the end. Because he did something for you that he didn't have to do. Cause I could have killed you on the spot, nigga. I caught you with that blunt in your hand, them rocks in your pocket. You know what I'm saying? I caught you on top of that woman. I caught you lying. Go ahead and get you out of here. But instead, he don't do that. And then we take that for granted. You know what I'm saying? You take that mercy as if he owe you that, instead of saying, I'm going to ride with him for life on that. I ain't going to flake on him. Because he didn't have to do that. So that's what he mean when he say, I showed you love and kindness. Oh, and Revelation 13:8 to back that up. Go ahead, sir.
And all that dwell upon the right shall worship him, whose names are not written in the book of life of the Lamb slain from the foundation of the world.
Mm-hmm.
If any man have ear, let him hear.
See, the Lamb was slain from when?
The foundation of the world.
So if he was slain from the foundation of the world, that love and kindness and mercy was showed from the beginning. From the beginning. That's that love and kindness of old, because that's what he just said what Jeremiah said. Because if we look at Kasad, that's mercy. That's goodliness. That's favor. Give me Ephesians 2:1 since I said favor. What's wrong, little Tubby? He ain't got no more snacks. You ate them all. Ephesians 2:1. Look at what he tell you.
And you have he quickened, who were dead in trespasses and
If
sins,
quicken, he made you alive.
wherein in time past you walked according to the course of this world,
To walk according to your own, according to the world, according to your desires. Go ahead.
according to the prince of the power of the air,
According to Satan.
and the ruach that is now working in the children of disobedience,
Mm-hmm.
among whom also we all had our conversation in times past,
Every last one of us done had our time in that. Ain't nobody in here exempt from that.
in the lust of our flesh,
Mm-hmm.
fulfilling the desires of the flesh and the mind,
Mm-hmm.
and were by nature children of wrath.
So if you children of wrath, you worthy of his destruction. But listen to what Paul tell you though.
But Elohim, who is rich in mercy,
So that's love and kindness. Would you not say he's rich in that?
for his great love wherewith he loved us, even when we were dead in sins, has quickened us together in the Mashiach. By grace we are saved.
That's mercy right there. That's that love and kindness what he referring. See, we look at love and kindness and we don't go deeper in seeing what that means. That's showing mercy to someone who you don't have to show mercy to. You know what I'm saying? That's the hallmark when he say, be ye perfect like your father in Shamahim is perfect. And he say, you know what, thank have ye if you salute your own brethren, but don't salute sinners. And this, that, there, and the third is, push you to the limit. If you really are me, show mercy to somebody who don't like you or someone who is your enemy. You know what I'm saying? Because people scream law all the time. But that takes a whole nother different level of love to love somebody who don't love you back. You know what I'm saying? That's the point. Go ahead and get that Matthew chapter, what that is, 6. What is it? It's Matthew 5. Pick me up about 44. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying this to a point of what I've been telling y'all lately. The keys to obtaining the Ruach is the finer things that we overlook. You know what I'm saying? We look at, okay, I'm keeping the Sabbath, I'm good. I don't eat no pork, I'm good. But you got to look at one of the fruits of the Ruach is love and kindness. Can you be merciful to someone who is your enemy and you know they're your enemy? You know what I'm saying? That's when we looking at, like I say, we say love, but then you have to look at who could. That's why he said in Romans 5, who would dare die? He said a righteous man wouldn't even dare to do it. Who would literally go die for people who despise you? Because they despised this man. And he still did it anyway. He still showed that mercy to them anyway. Which one of us could be able to do that? To show mercy to someone who doesn't like you? You know what I'm saying? For whatever reason. Because you're going to have enemies regardless. Ain't nobody going to walk through this life and not have an enemy. You can do everything you want to do to not make an enemy. It's going to somebody who's going to like you just because I don't like how you wear your hair. I don't like how you walk. I don't like the tone of voice you speak in. Because some people are just looking for a reason not to like another person. You know what I'm saying? Instead of sitting back looking, like I told you before, there's not anybody on this planet that I can genuinely say I haven't ran across too many people like I don't like you. I just may not like how you kick your game. I don't actually have a problem with you. Most people you don't really have a problem with. You just may not like certain things that they do. But for the most part, most people I came across, they was all right. Except for the few niggas I ran across in prison that like to touch little children. Something wrong with you. And that cab driver nigga. Yeah, I didn't like him. I take that back. I didn't like him. I forgot about him. That nigga was raping and killing women on the house. And he had no shame about it. You know what I'm saying? And when a nigga pressed him on it, he went hard. But I'm like, bro, you killed the girl and let her baby climb on her dead body for 2-3 days. You know what I'm saying? Like, what type of nigga is you? Like, he ain't had no remorse or nothing about it. And, you know, me being me, I clowned him daily. Daily. And he didn't like it. You don't get no sympathy from me, nigga. You kill women, cuz. You rape and kill women. You know what I'm saying? These people need to rape you. Not a human being. Like, they need to take some type of object and stick it in your orifices. Let you see how it feels. For real, bro. Real hot. You know what I'm saying? Like Method Man them say. Yeah, I forgot about that. That's that old Wu-Tang thing. You know what I'm saying? I didn't even think he was young enough to know. Old enough to. Oh, he got that from Wu-Tang.
I heard the album after that.
Yeah, that was on 36 Chambers. He said you get you an iron, stick it on the stove, get it real, real hot, stick it in his butt cheeks like this here. They were just talking about torturing people. You know what I'm saying? But he deserved. The reason why I say that, bro, because the commissary lady came one day, and I'm like, I'm gonna give you the benefit of the doubt, because if you locked up, that don't necessarily mean you did it. You just been accused. You know what I'm saying? So when we standing at the glass and I'm looking at him, look at this woman, I say, boy, you did that, boy. I see it in your eyes. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking at the nigga in his eyes. I say, boy, you did that, boy. Boy, you were killing them women, boy. And you don't know what you I say, boy, stay away from me, cuz. Don't ask me for no snacks. I ain't got no pen, no paper, no nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, you stay over there. You a sick bastard. You know what I'm saying? This nigga was picking up women in the cab, going to their house, and raping them and killing them afterwards. That nigga got it. He had about 10 bodies just here alone. He said he had about another 10 in Texas. You know what I'm saying? But guess what, though? Hamashiach died for a nigga like that, though. You know what I'm saying? He died for a nigga like that. You know what I'm saying? That's what you gotta put in your mind. He had mercy on a nigga like that. Now, just cause I say I don't fool with you, don't mean I can't have mercy on you if you're down bad, though. Cause you could have busted him upside the head with a lie. You could have shot him. You could have stabbed him. You say I ain't gonna do it. If he came to you and said he was hungry, would you not feed him?
You said you didn't have no stats for him.
Oh no, I wasn't in the word though.
I
ain't get that nigga nothing. You know what I'm talking about? Shoot, nigga, I'm facing 5 years in the penitentiary. Nigga, shoot, you can starve all I care. You know what I'm talking about? Nigga, you can walk around here smelling like a muskrat. Matthew 5:4, I ain't got no soul for you, nothing.
It's saying, whosoever shall compel thee to go a mile.
Back me up to 42 then, see what that say.
I think it's 43.
43? Cool, man. Take off.
He said, ye have heard that it has been said, thou shalt love thy neighbor and hate thy enemy.
You should do what?
Love thy enemy, love thy neighbor and hate thy enemy.
But what did the Master say?
But I say unto you, love your enemies, bereave them that curse you, and do good to them that hate you, and pray for them which despiteful.
Ain't that what Jacob did? Who he did it with? He did it with Laban and Esau. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
That ye may be children of your Father which is in Shamayim.
So you could be sons of Abba Yahuwah then.
For he maketh the sun, his son, to rise on the evil and on the good.
So if you evil, you think the sun ain't gonna come out on you? You think he gonna do like he did in Egypt and make it light over here with y'all, but dark over there? No, he don't do that. So that mean that same sun come out and give light to them crops that the wicked growing just like it do for the righteous. Go ahead.
And sendeth rain on the just and the unjust.
Go ahead.
For if we love them which love you, what reward have ye? Do not even the publicans do the same?
Mm-hmm.
And if ye salute your brother only, what do ye more than others? Do not even the publicans so? Be ye therefore perfect as your Father which is in
So when he's saying be complete, this is what he's talking about, like literally following that example. Can you love and be merciful to someone who does not like you? Most people can't do that. And I ain't mad at most people for not doing it. That's not how you're trained. That's how most people are not wired that way. Do you know what I'm saying? Somebody cross you, do you wrong? Oh, no, cuz stay away from me. You know what I'm saying? And you be kind of cold and rigid with them. Some people still be cordial and peaceful with people that they don't fool with. You know what I'm saying? That's a level of natural and spiritual maturity that it takes most people a long time to get to. You know what I'm saying? That you can be kind to someone who is against you. And YAHUAH, but most people don't talk about that. We have before, we've done it numerous times. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it don't resonate, because I can look a nigga in the face and tell him, cuz I don't fool with you, nigga. You know what I'm saying? You stay on over there with that what you got going on. If you need me though, I got you. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna turn my back on you. If I see you in the street, I'm gonna speak to you. You know what I'm saying? I have a genuine concern about your well-being. I just don't fool with you though. You know what I'm saying? On an interpersonal level, I don't fool with you, my nigga. I'm good. You know what I'm saying? You can't call me but one time, boy. That's over with. That's over with. You know what I'm saying? No, I'm straight. You stay on over there with that. You know what I'm talking about? 'Cause I can't trust you. So if I can't trust you, if you cross me, I feel like you'll kill me or get me killed. You know what I'm saying? So therefore, I can't have you that close to me, because I'm gonna always watch you. I ain't gonna never trust you. You know what I'm saying? The master ain't never trust Judas. He knew that nigga was sour. Everybody else didn't know though. You know what I'm saying? But he had to be there. You see Paul say, I fell in peril of false brethren. Paul knew his niggas around him wasn't down with him. He didn't treat him any different. You know what I'm saying? I just know he was a sour nigga. Just know that I know. Come on back to Jeremiah 31:20. Where we was at before? No, my bad. My apologies. John chapter 1. 1 and 3.
All things were made by him, and without him was not anything made that was made. In him was the life, and the life was the life of men.
Yep.
And the light shineth in darkness, and the darkness comprehended not.
Yep.
There was a man sent from Elohim, whose name was John.
Mm-hmm.
The same came for a witness, to bear witness of the light, that all men through him might believe.
Yep.
He was not that light, but was sent to bear witness of that light.
Yep.
That was the true light, which lighteth every man that cometh into the world.
Mm-hmm.
He was in the world, and the world was made by him, and the world knew him not.
Mm.
He came into his own, and his own received him not.
They rejected him. They rejected him. You know, when we did that debate talk for you show, remember we dealt with that? He said, the more that I love, the less I be loved. The more mercy that he showed, the more that they hated him. You know what I'm saying? The more faithfulness that he showed, the more that they hated him. Only because his love, his mercy, and his faithfulness was a reflection of what they lacked. So therefore, they seeing that they lacked towards Elohim, therefore they hated him and wanted to do something to him because of it. You know what I'm saying? And you have to realize this here. Like I mentioned, dude cuss him out for a reason. Remember I keep telling y'all, the ones that's gonna kill you gonna look just like you? That's why, if he could, he'd have stoned me. He'd have killed me off the rip. Your biggest problem is not going to be from people who don't look like you. It's going to be from people who claim to believe this just like you. They gonna be the ones that do like they did Samson and Hamashiach and go get the Philistines and the Romans to come get you, or they gonna kill you themselves. You know what I'm saying? Don't let these people fool you. That man said they gonna kill you and think they do Elohim service. You think he was talking about white people? He was talking about people look just like you, but we walk around here thinking, oh, they believe what I believe. That don't mean he love you though. That don't mean this nigga ain't gonna kill you. Cause I know some of these brew how these niggas get amped up if you don't believe some of the stuff they own. They ready to take you up out of here. Y'all see how they be disrespecting women when they say, nah, I ain't sharing my husband with no 4-5 other women. They talk like that woman like she's the biggest whore that has ever birthed. You know what I'm saying? Shoot. If that's what you believe, bro, cool. But how you gonna downgrade this woman cause she ain't on that? So you gonna make her share her husband then, huh? That's what you gonna do. You need to get your sister wife. See, you got these European standards. No, nigga. You seen what happened in the law with that. There were always, when they talked about it, there was always conflict. You had Leah and Rachel going at it. Give me my man Drake so I can have my husband. You know what I'm saying? I don't see why nigga want 6-7 different women anyway. That's 6-7 different personalities you got to manage. 6-7 different menstrual cycles, and the possibility that if you shooting hard, you gonna have 6-7 babies coming at the same time. And boy, I don't know how much money niggas making to take care of 6-7 babies at the same, birthing all at the same time. I don't know what a nigga have to do to take care of that many children come at the same time. It's one if they spaced out. Yeah, boy, if he fulfill multiply D, but he definitely gonna be getting it by the sweat of his brow. But you ain't gonna have no more blood or sweat left in your body if you got to get prepared for 6 children coming. But you know, you got some dudes be around here in the world be whoring around and they got 2-3 different women pregnant at the same time, and you got these babies coming at one time. And you talking about 6? You gonna be feeling like Elijah. Just go ahead and kill me now. You know what I'm saying? But that's what you wanted though. You wanted 6 wives. Roll with it. You know this dude's right here right now. I know a nigga in Atlanta. That nigga got like 5. And they love every minute of it too. I'm talking about the women. They love every minute. They be I'm talking about, I don't know if they happy or not. You know what I'm saying?
That's how I make it look.
But boy, that's a lot of women, man. I seen a dude say, "Yep, man, you can have one wash the clothes. You got another one cook." And like, I'm like, they sound like servants and not wives.
It ain't so much responsibility on one.
Yeah, I done seen dudes use that rationale. So again, it sounds like she's your servant and not your wife. She's supposed to be a helpmeet, not your personal maid. You know what I'm saying? But that's how the nigga feel though. You know what I'm saying? Hey, he say, hey, I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't come in the house 5 women asking me. So you're not gonna ask me about how my day was? I just want to go lay down. I can't handle it.
I just want to take a bath.
I just want to take a bath. It's too much for me. I can't handle this. So when we turn around and we look at this here, man, come over here to what it was the other one in John, chapter 3, verse 14. It's other stuff dudes be saying they be getting hot too. I done seen dudes getting knocked down, dragged out by the lunar Sabbath versus a weekly Sabbath. Now they going hard about we supposed to be speaking Aramaic and not Hebrew. And you are idol worshiper if you call on Yahuwah. That's a devil. That's a devil. His name is YAHUAH. I'm not finna argue with you like that. For real. Go ahead. Hey, party. John 3 and 14. Come on.
And Moses lifted up the serpent in the wilderness, even so the Son of Man must be lifted up, that whosoever believeth in him should not perish but have eternal life. For Elohim so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in him should not perish but have everlasting life.
So that's mercy, correct? So now we look at, right? So how did this woman encompass this man? And when we look at, we'll finish Job 19 though. And after Job 19, give me Genesis 49 and 20. Go with your grandma. Come on, Tubby. You got the Job 19?
Yeah.
Where you start at?
We had 20.
Go ahead.
He said, my bones have cleaved to my skin and to my flesh, and I am escaped with the skin of my teeth. Have pity upon me. Have pity upon me. O ye my friends, for the hand of Elohim have touched me.
Back me up to verse 10. I think we did that.
He have destroyed me on every side, and I am gone. And my hope hath he removed like a tree. He have also kindled his wrath against me. He counted me unto him as one of his enemies. His troops come together and raise up their way against me, and encamp round about my tabernacle.
They his troops have surrounded his tabernacle. What tribe name means troop?
Gad.
Gad. So let's read Genesis 49 and 20. Genesis 49 and 20.
Out of Asher,
Well, that ain't the one. Is it 21 or 22? We just get straight. 19. Appreciate you, sir.
Gad, a troop shall overcome, but he shall overcome at the last.
So a troop is encompassing around him. Now we know in Jeremiah 6 and 2, he said, I liken the daughter of Zion to a comely, delicate woman. You know what I'm saying? Many times we see Yasharal referred to as a woman. So just to back it up, Proverbs 6 and 23.
Shut up.
What to do?
For the commandment is a lamp, and the law is light, and reproof and instructions are the way of life.
Go ahead, man. 6 and 26, my bad.
For by means of a whorish woman, a man is brought to a piece of bread.
A whorish woman. Can we not read in Ezekiel 16 that she's a whorish woman? So let's look at Matthew chapter 26 and verse 44. Well, ain't nothing wrong with you. Matthew 26 and 4. We're reading that there because by means of a whorish woman, a man brought to a piece of bread. You know that's Mashiach being brought down to one body.
And he left them and went away again and prayed the third time, saying the same words. And then cometh he to his disciples and said unto them, Sleep now and take your rest. Behold, the hour is at hand, and the Son of Man is betrayed into the hands of sinners. Arise, let us be going. Behold, he is at hand and doth betray me.
Yep, keep going.
And while he yet spake, lo, Yehudah, one of the 12, came with him with a great multitude with swords and staves from the chief priests and elders of the people. Now he that betrayed him gave him a sign saying, Whosoever I shall kiss that same as he, hold him fast.
Go ahead.
And forthwith he came to Yahushua and said, Hail, Master, and kissed him. And Yahushua said unto him, Friend, wherefore art thou come? Then came they and laid hands on Yahushua and took him. And behold, one of them which were with Yahushua stretched out his hand and drew his sword.
Did you not hear how he just mentioned that all those people came out against him and encompassed him? So this woman encompassed a man. He did a new thing. He was already speaking to that because no king, no ruler in Yasharal had ever been encompassed by any group of people and murdered. You know when they did that too? Like when they came and grabbed Samson, but they didn't even come in a large group. A couple of them came and grabbed him and took him to the Philistines. But then remember, he broke through the flax. You know what I'm saying? That's never happened. Ain't nobody encompassed David and take him out. Nobody encompassed Josiah, Hezekiah, Asa, Amaziah, or none of that and did anything to that to them. You know what I'm saying? Usually when a prophet got captured, there was a couple people there. They didn't come out and hatch a plot. Let's take this person down and destroy them. You know what I'm saying?
I said to him, that was the only one.
Who that?
Boys.
Yeah, with Joseph.
Yeah, that was
And that was just, what, 10 people? You know what I'm saying? So you have this woman encompassing this man. What were they encompassing this man for? There's another instance where we can look at that of a woman encompassing a man. Can anybody think of what that would be?
I know it's another.
Different vantage point. Different vantage point. Go ahead and get me Revelation chapter 17 and verse 1. Then we come back to Jeremiah and roll on out from there.
17:1.
Mm-hmm.
And there came one of the 7 Malachim which had 7 vials, and talked with me, saying unto me, Come hither, I will show unto thee the judgment of the great whore that sitteth upon many waters, with whom the kings of the earth have committed fornication, and the inhabitants of the earth have been made drunk with the wine of her fornication. So he carried me away in the Ruach unto the wilderness, and I saw a woman sit upon a scarlet colored beast, full of the names of blasphemy, having 7 heads and 10 horns. And the woman was arrayed in purple and scarlet, colored, decked with gold and precious stones.
So she got purple and scarlet. What is that representative that she is?
Royalty.
And what else?
Exodus 40.
If she got purple and scarlet on, what is she representative of?
Scarlet, scarlet, that's red.
That's red. There's somebody who has a garment that had purple and scarlet in it according to the law. The priest. So you know what she's mimicking? She's mimicking the order of Melchizedek by being a king and priest. The beast is going to show himself to be a king and priest at the same time. He got to be what Yahushua is all the way through. And this is how niggas get got. This is how people going to be deceived. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to remember, right? He's going to present himself as a king and a priest.
Talking about the beast.
The beast, he going to present this because remember, he going to say he Elohim. You know what I'm saying? He got a false prophet. He got somebody who going to be bearing witness that he is king and priest. What else is he going to do? He going to mimic this man's death and mimic his resurrection. Remember what we read in Daniel 11, what he said he'd have intelligence with the people, right? So that means he'd be teaching them. If he's teaching them, then what would he be showing himself to be? A priest. Does not the book say he'll have understanding of dark sentences? This is how he going to deceive niggas. This is why I say it'll be bruised that'll kill you first. Because he going to be appealing to them. Because he going to be like this here, you see them niggas over there always talking about this Yahushua? That's me. And they going to be like, you know what, that is him. I knew it was idolaters, and they going to kill you. And they going to kill you. They don't have no problem kill you. So this is how you'll see again how a woman will encompass a man. Because the whore of Babylon will encompass the body of Mashiach. Go ahead. If it happened to him, it's got to happen to us. I don't know why we think if it. I done shown y'all many different ways. He said, if you suffer with him, you'll what? You'll reign with him. So how do you expect to take this man Ruach on, and the things that happen to him, you don't think it's going to happen to you? That's got to happen to you, or he ain't in you and you ain't in him. You're not gonna be in this man and walk around and think it's just gonna be smooth. He say through much tribulation we must enter into the kingdom of Elohim. Yahushua went through a lot of tribulation to enter into his esteem. A lot of it. Do you know what I'm saying? A lot of it. You just put that up that other day, right? To become pure gold, you got to go through the fire, which means you got to go through the furnace, which means if you get in the kingdom and you had a smooth trek, he was never with you. He was never with you. Even Abraham had tribulations just to get the fulfilling of a promise that he didn't even get. Do you know what I'm saying? He had to go through it with all the kings of Sodom and Gomorrah. He had to go through it with Amalek. You know what I'm saying? He ain't had nothing smooth. Jacob ain't had nothing smooth. Isaac ain't had nothing smooth. David ain't had nothing smooth. You know who had something smooth? Saul. Till he disobeyed, then it wasn't smooth for him no more. You notice the people who had something smooth, y'all ain't had nothing to do with. All the ones that had trouble, he saved.
It was pretty smooth with Solomon, man.
Yeah, because he was a man of rest. He the only one, but that was promised to him though. He promised Solomon that. Well, he promised David that. Let me put it that way. He said, the son you'll have will be a man of rest, won't be no war. But he still didn't even have it smooth because he had to go through it with Adonijah, saying you done took my throne and you usurping my throne. He had to deal with that. You know what I'm saying?
You said how some rules gonna be like, I knew they was idolaters anyway. You painted a real picture.
I already know what's going to go down. You know what I'm saying? I've been trying to get y'all prepared for it. I know what's going to go down. I just don't want you to be shocked. And you be like, why they nigga killing me? Why they coming to kill us? Nobody ever told us this. You won't be able to say you ain't know when they come for your neck. I'm going to tell you something. Nigga talking about what y'all going to do when they start persecuting you for claiming you an Israelite. They ain't going to do nothing. You go to talk about Yahushua, you going to see a lot of niggas be like, I know not that person. They going to pull a Peter. I know not that man. I don't know him. You know what I'm saying? That's what they gonna do. Come telling you, man. It's easy to say like it's like I've been to jail before, so I don't care about going to jail. You know what I'm saying? You locking me up, that ain't gonna put no fear in me. You know what I'm saying? I'm not scared to die. You know what I'm saying? Shoot, man, I'm almost 40 years old, so I already know it's more in the rear view than it is in the windshield. I'm talking about as far as time left. It's more the likelihood that I got more years in front of me versus behind me. That probability is low. See, y'all got more years in front of you than y'all got behind you. You know what I'm saying? I already knowing I'm approaching what they say midlife. You know what I'm saying? Like, shoot, I'm at an age now. Okay, what my pops was about 66. The way if my parents died, it's not gonna affect me as bad as say one of y'all in your 20s. You know what I'm saying? Because they older. So you know they got to, it's about that time. You know what I'm saying? You got to leave here. Like, okay, like I'm telling you, talking to your brother, like, you know, he's a little younger. Your mama leave here, it's going to hit you a little harder. You 40, 45, 50 years old, your mama died. It's not going to hit you as hard. It's going to hit you, but not as hard. Open that door. You know what I'm saying? Your mama 90 years old, your daddy 90 years old, you think that's really going to, nigga, they old. What you thought they were gonna live to 130? You know what I'm saying? But if your mama died and she 45, you know what I'm saying? Your daddy died, he 37, that's gonna affect you a little different. Cause you younger. Like shoot, my auntie died, my cousin was 18. You know what I'm talking about? That's gonna affect you a little different than if you were 40. You know what I'm saying? 9 times out of 10, your mama probably 65, 70 years old. You know what I'm saying? We have in our mind that people ain't never gonna die. They gonna die. You know what I'm saying? They gonna die. You got to be ready for that. They gonna leave here. You know what I'm saying? So you got to make sure before you leave here, your soul right. Cause shoot, Pop's done. Ain't nothing we can do for Pop.
Don't touch it. Yeah, that's what we were talking about earlier. Like a lot of people got this mind frame like when they die, oh he watching over me. People got that mind frame.
Pop at Mayo Moore. You know what I'm talking about? Where he at? Shoot, Chandra is at Edgewood Cemetery. You know what I'm talking about? Bones now. She been in there 19 years. Pop that thing open, it's probably good and stank and number bones in there. You know what I'm saying? But you know, for some people that's rough to talk like that. Some dude just died. My homegirl was going off. F tiny man. I was like, good grief.
Oh yeah, they was going off.
I don't know what happened to him. I just don't know my homegirl was snapping. I just know I know her, so I know she got a mouth like that.
He watching over me. I know how that nigga living.
I don't even know the dude, but I'm like, dang. You know what I'm saying? Niggas coming up dead. Just I told you, my homeboy died like 2-3 weeks ago. You know what I'm saying? He about 43. The only difference is some of my homeboys, they dying, and we just didn't die in our teens and our 20s. You know what I'm saying? Niggas dying in their 30s and 40s. You know what I'm saying? Shoot, well, you got to leave here, and you don't never know when you're going to. We always got it in our mind that, oh, I'll live to see such and such. You have it in your mind, you're going to live to see next week. Shoot, nigga, you might die 5 minutes from now.
I feel like being in the Word, I've been came to grips with that death too.
I came to grips with that day me and my homeboy would ride down Gervin Road in that box Chevy. You know what I'm saying? For real. Boy, that van was barreling down, boy, I looked at my left, boy, that nigga Justin froze. Looked in the bite, that nigga Chris looking like this here. I say, shoot, boy, I'm finna go through this windshield. I ain't made $1 million, I ain't gonna see a little muffin, boy. This here sucks. And that's what I do right then. Boy, you could die at any time, boy. I think I already knew that, but you could die at any time. I mean, not too long before that, I seen a nigga get shot right in front of me. You know what I'm saying? And the only reason why that nigga lived, cause the gun jam. Cause that nigga Cuban trying to get that nigga out of here. I'm like, dang. You know what I'm saying? You don't expect to see that, like almost witness the man lose his life. Like, just like that. You know what I'm saying? Somebody just died right over here on Merrill the other day. On a motorcycle accident. Had everything. I'm glad I ain't had to go that way. I told you, I seen a nigga die right there on beach and whatever that is. Washington Globe. Bro, I watched this nigga die in the middle of the street. Told you I was on the phone breaking niggas off with the word. I was like, boy, that nigga dead. Just kept on doing what I was doing. Ain't nothing I can do for him. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm not a paramedic or a doctor. Ain't nothing I can do for him. Cuz got hit by a car on a motorcycle. I'm like, dang, I watched it. I'm like, dang, cuz dead. He wasn't dead yet, but I knew it would come. You know? Yeah, well, you can't take that type of impact. You can't take that type of impact. I mean, all jokes aside, you know what I'm saying? Only because he told me this. But I knew eventually, man, Goldie was gonna die, and there wasn't nothing I could do about that to stop that. But try to hold him down till it happened. This man got aggressive cancer. So you have to make sure your soul is right before you leave here. I can say he one of the only few people aside Tam I know that was actively moving to get their soul together before they left him. Because they knew they were leaving. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I take that back too. And our people up there in Georgia, man, because her mama just passed. And her mama was doing the same thing. Was actively doing that there. And she told me straight up and down. Her mama said, oh, I'm straight, baby. It's time for me to go. You know what I'm saying? She said, it's time for me to go. Don't be sad. I'm ready. You know what I'm saying? It ain't many people that had that type of mind frame that's in the word that can honestly say if they know they finna leave that they like, don't be sad, baby. It's time. I'm ready. She did the same thing Golda did. Was on the word to the day she left here. Her mama died in her sleep. You know what I'm saying? That's how you got to be. You got to make sure your soul. That's why Paul said in 2 Timothy 4, I'm ready to be offered. I done fought a good fight. There's a crown laid up for me. You need to have that same level of confidence because you've done everything you need to do. A lot of brothers don't be having that type of confidence because you ain't doing what you need to do. Therefore, you don't want death to come a knocking. Because if you know if it come a knocking, he ain't waking you up out your sleep when it's time to go to school. You gonna wake up and like, I missed the bus. Nah, you ain't missing. You caught the right one. Come on, man. Come over here to Jeremiah chapter 2. To add on to what we're looking at Jeremiah 31. Pick me up at about verse 17. That's the reason why I mentioned it that way is then we can understand the importance of the mercy that he showed. Because that mercy that he showed is hard to encapsulate in the human mind if you don't actually become one with his presence. You know what I'm saying? Because that man ain't have to let none of us live. That man can take everybody out and be justified. Like, you got to remember what he did with the flood. He was justified. He said, they have corrupted my way upon the whole earth. The thoughts of man is wicked continually, and I wish I didn't even make you niggas. So he said, you know what? I'm going to kill all of them and leave 8. He only showed mercy to 8. Like, we overlooked that loving kindness that he showed. Because I can't recall the psalm where it's at. You know, y'all have to dig that out. But that's exactly what it says, though. He said, who should mark iniquity? There's forgiveness with him that he might be feared. That's what he did with the woman when she got caught in adultery. They didn't want to show no mercy to this woman. They were like stoned her, and they were justified according to the law. He showed mercy to her that she might love him in return. That's why he said that in Luke chapter 7 when Mary came in there washing his feet. She said, see this woman? She showeth much love. So who show much love, much is forgiven. Who loveth little, little is forgiven. She showed mercy on this man. Therefore, guess what's going to happen? You know she's going to ride with him. And when you read him talking about Mary, Mary was always riding with him. Because he told that woman, your sin's forgiven. She said, yeah, I'm down with you for life, my nigga. It's nothing. You know what I'm saying? Most people don't have that type of loyalty. That's the type of people that he want with him. That's why he say those that are with him are called, faithful, and chosen. That's why we've been dealing with that, so you can know. That man knows who's his. And if you know the book, you know who belonged to him too. It's not no military secret. It ain't G14 classified. Do you know what I'm saying? It's not. That man lay it out plainly so you can know who his elect is. We just got stuck on the elect was YAHUAH, black people. No, there's an elect within the elect. The elect is YAHUAH, and there's an elect within them. And everyone is not elected. Jeremiah 2:17. Oh yeah, my man say he got some beats for you too. Well, I forget. Man up in Detroit. Yeah, I can't pronounce that, Jack. I need to find out what his mama called him. Yeah, he called him DMX.
He said, hast thou not procured this unto thyself?
He said, have you not what?
Procured this unto thyself.
What did you do?
And that thou hast forsaken thy YAHUAH thy Elohim when he led thee by the way. And now
hold on. They did what? They forsook him. When he led him in the way, what's the way? The way the way that covereth sins. The way to the highest that covereth sins. The rock. So he said, you procured this. Get John 6 and 60. Go ahead, John 6 and 60. See, because we finna read this here, and then we go to 1 John chapter 2. I want to say some people use that 1 John chapter 2 specifically, and it means they use that if people don't want a fellowship with them no more. They'll try to say, see, they not of God. See, that's why they left. You know what I'm saying? Very, very, very bad usage of that passage. When he's really not talking about people not fellowshipping with people no more, he's talking about people walking away from the word completely. Which we're going to see an example of that in John chapter 6. I'm just letting y'all know that because I know somebody who's done. I didn't say no, I know a couple. We were listening to one this day when we came in here because there was 3 dudes who were part of IUIC. And they was on Debate Talk for You talking about they experienced this, that, there, and the third. You know what I mean? They use that passage. I know they do. In 1 John. Oh, they left from us because they were never with us. When it's not about you, nigga. Did they walk away from y'all, clown? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, niggas be tripping. Like, shoot, y'all really, people can you can go get the word wherever you want to go get it from. You know what I'm saying? Niggas got dope out here on these streets everywhere. That don't mean it's good dope, though. But they got it. You know what I'm saying? Niggas got it. But you know, I put it to you this way. Since I never went to church, and I don't know too much about that culture, that's why I never cared. You never seen me get no uproar of niggas slide. I really don't care. You know what I'm saying? When I say don't care, not that I don't care about them, about it doesn't matter. You know, do what you feel you got to do. You know, you're not finna hold nobody here, but you know, niggas do that. I seen IUIC tell niggas, delete niggas off Facebook once a nigga leave. You can't be friends with them. Like, I guess what they say the Jehovah's Witnesses do. Because they say Jehovah's Witnesses, once they excommunicate you from the group, even family members can't talk to each other no more. Like if you got put out and your mama stayed there, then your mama can't talk to you no more. They do the same thing in the Church of Scientology. Remember we were looking at that? Once they put you out, you can't communicate with nobody who's still in. Do you know what I'm saying? And that ain't what that is. This John 6 and 60 is indicative of what this 1 John chapter 2 is going to say. And also it's indicative of certain things in the Tanakh where the people stopped listening to certain people who were preaching the word and went their own way. They went and did what they wanted to do. Always remember, it's never about walking away from organizations or people. It's walking away from Elohim. Because that's what you're doing when you backslide. You walking away from Elohim. You're not walking away from the preacher. You're not walking away from the congregation. You're walking away from Yah. You know what I'm saying? The problem coming at is that we are intertwining man and Yah. There's a separation. Just like I said, when your man went to turn against Mashiach, you know what I'm saying, old Ronnie? Niggas was going crazy. That means your faith was in Ronnie. You know what I'm saying? Now, whether he crafted it like that, I can't speak to that because I don't know what the man said or what he didn't say. But I did see the reaction of people when they seen him reject Mashiach. It was like they were finna lose their faith. How was your faith tied into what this man got going on?
They thought y'all was in right.
You know what I'm saying? But what did Paul tell you? He said that we don't speak the wisdom of this world, but the wisdom of Elohim, that your faith and hope might be in Elohim. You know what I'm saying? You see that stuff all the time. What? Nigga turn against Mashiach, nigga lose their mind. I seen a lot of niggas turn against Mashiach. I be like, shoot, cuz wildin'. All right. I'm thirsty. You know what I'm saying? I gotta go lift some weights. That doesn't affect me. You know what I'm saying? You do what you do. I'm do what I do. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead. John 6:60.
Many therefore his disciples, when they heard this, said, "This is a hard saying."
Now the reason we didn't read all that because y'all know subsequently before that when he was talking about eating his flesh and drinking his blood, and he that eat his flesh and drink his blood have everlasting life in them. And when they heard this saying, they say this is difficult. Now listen to what he tells them.
Then Yahushua knew in himself that his disciples murmured at it. He said unto them, "Does this offend you?"
He said, "Does this offend you?" Go ahead.
And it said, "What? And if ye shall see the Son of Man ascend up where he was."
You know what's
before."
funny? I seen a lady today say, was Paul the one that the master was talking about in John 5:43 when he said, if he come in his own name, him you will receive. When she don't even realize that the master did it all the time. When he said, "The Son of Man," he was referring to himself. He just didn't say I. I told the lady, I said the man was writing letters, cuz. What else he's gonna write? I Paul wrote this letter. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
It says, "It is the ruach that quickeneth; the flesh profiteth nothing.
Mm-hmm.
The words that I speak unto you, they are ruach and they are life."
Go ahead.
But there are some of you that believe not. For Yahushua knew from the beginning who they were that believed not, and who should betray him.
Go ahead.
And he said, "Therefore I say unto you that no man can come unto me except it were given unto him of my Father."
Go ahead.
From the time of the disciples, from that time many disciples went back and walked no more with him.
So they walked away from him. They walked away from him. He didn't do nothing other than spit some word they didn't agree with. Therefore, he said he know those that were his and those that weren't. It had nothing to do with anything other than they didn't want to follow what he was saying. Go to 1 John chapter 2. Let me see what the verse that we want. 1 John chapter 2, verse 18. So when we look at it, 1 John 2 and 18, this is what this is really indicative of with the black side, and then you procuring this to yourself. And when he led you by the way, this is dealing with people who believed on Mashiach and forsook him. This is really what it's talking about. Go ahead.
Little children, it is the last time, and as ye have heard that Antichrist shall come, even now are many Antichrists, whereby we know it is the last time.
Go ahead.
They went out from us, but they were not of us. For if they had been of us, they would no doubt have continued with us. But they went out that they might be made manifest that they were not all of us.
That's just what he just said in John chapter 6. So this ain't got nothing to do with I was part of this group and now I left, so that means I ain't part of Yahuwah, because the key thing he said before that, there are many anti-Mashiachs, many antichrists in the world. Because if these people were with us, they would have continued walking in Mashiach. What he just said, like I said, you're procuring damnation on yourself. Because he led you in the way to the highest that covers sins, which is YAHUAH HaMashiach. You walked away from it. What you see in John, because we didn't read the part where Peter said, "Will you leave me also?" He said, "Where we going to go? You got the words of eternal life. You done led us in this way. I'm not walking away from you." Because that's why he's saying the last time there'll be a great falling away. So that's what that's talking about. It's not talking about, oh, I don't congregate here, I congregate over here now. That's what niggas use the book for. Self-serving means. Keep going though, so you can establish that he's talking about people turning away from Mashiach. The way, because remember, no man can come unto the Son unless the Father draw him. So he drawing people to him. But yet some people, everybody who walked away from him, he drew them to him. Just so they could hear what he was talking about, so they could walk away and procure this damnation on themselves. It's a lot of people are done because they walked away. That's why he say you need to remember your first love. Go ahead, man.
But ye have an unction from the Kadash one, and ye know all things. I have not written unto you because ye know not the truth, but because ye know it, and that no lie is of the truth. Who is a liar but he that denieth Yahushua is Hamashiach? He is the Antichrist that denieth the Father and the Son. Whosoever denieth the Son, the same have not the Father, but he that acknowledges the Son hath the Father also.
That's all that verse is talking about. What's in John chapter 6? That's all it's talking about. It's people walking away and denying Yahushua, therefore denying Yahuwah. So you procured this to yourself. Come on back to Jeremiah chapter 2.
Jeremiah
2, verse 18. You see how that goes into what we read? He said, you have forsaken Yahuwah thy Elohim when he led thee by the way. He led you by this and you left him. See, I didn't want you, because I know it's a lot of the groups that use that verse in John and say like this, see, they weren't of us. They didn't continue with us. Because if they were of us, then they would have continued. So is you y'all now, nigga? Like, what you got going on with that? Come on.
Jeremiah
2 and 18.
And now what hast thou to do in the way of Egypt? To drink the waters of Shihor? Or what hast thou to do in the way of Assyria? To drink the waters of the river? Thine own wickedness shall correct thee, and thy backsliding shall reprove thee. Now therefore, know therefore and see that it is an evil thing and bitter, that thou hast forsaken Yahuwah thy Elohim, and that my fear is not in thee, says Yahuwah Elohim.
That man say, thy own wickedness shall correct thee. You know what I'm saying? Now what you think he mean by this here? Your own wickedness will correct you. Your backsliding shall reprove you. And you will see it's an evil thing and bitter that you forsaken Yahuwah, and that his fear is not in you. What do you think this could mean?
Does he go condemn them?
That is true. How did he do it though? How did he correct them by their own wickedness and reprove them by their own sins?
I send their son.
How so? Anybody idea what he mean? How so? What does he mean your own wickedness will correct you?
I just think about when he said once these curses come upon you, you're going to bethink yourself.
He did say that? Go ahead and get it for him in Deuteronomy 28. That's not Deuteronomy 28, that's 30. Now, you know the word for correct in this verse is yasar. It's to chasten, it's to discipline, it's to instruct, it's to admonish, it's to teach.
Deuteronomy 30 at the top.
Deuteronomy 30 and 1.
And it shall come to pass when all these things come upon thee, the blessing and the curse which I set before thee, thou shalt call them to mind among all nations, whether Yahuwah thy Elohim have driven thee.
Yep.
And thou shalt return unto Yahuwah thy Elohim, and shalt obey his voice according to all the commandment, all that I command thee this day, thou and thy children, with all thy heart and with all thy soul. That then Yahuwah thy Elohim will turn thy captivity and have compassion upon thee, and will return and gather thee from all the nations, whether Yahuwah Elohim have scattered.
Now pause. The word for reprove in that verse is yakah in Jeremiah 2. And that's to decide, to judge, to reprove, to correct, to be right, to chasten, to reason, to convince, and to convict. So when he tell you your own wickedness will chasten you or discipline you, and your own backslidings shall convict you or prove you right, that it's an evil and bitter thing that you've forsaken Yahuwah, what could this mean?
I don't know, I'm looking at it like, for you to really receive his mercy, you gotta understand how much of an enemy you was to him.
That is true. Let's see how. Go ahead. Let's see. That's true too. Let's see. Romans chapter 5, verse 5. When we talk about Yahushua, what did it say he became?
Sin.
He became a curse, right? We talked about it last night, right? And he became sin. What did he say in Numbers 14 he was going to do to the people? He was going to do what? He said he'd kill him as one man. One man. So when he say thy own wickedness shall chasten or discipline you, we have to realize something. Mashiach became a curse, therefore he became iniquity. So when we look at Romans chapter 8, he said there's no condemnation to those that are in Yahushua HaMashiach. You looking at your own wickedness was nailed on the stake with this man. Therefore it's a witness against you. That your own wickedness will correct you because he took that wickedness upon himself. He took that chastening and discipline. You didn't take it. Go ahead.
Romans 5.
And 5.
And hope maketh not ashamed, because the love of Elohim is shed abroad in our hearts, and the Ruach HaKodesh which is given unto us. For when we were yet without strength, in due time Mashiach died for the ungodly.
Mm-hmm. So if he died for the ungodly, then your own wickedness got to correct you in this, because he died for your wickedness. He didn't die for wickedness of his own. Go ahead.
For scarcely for a righteous man will one die. Mm-hmm. Yet peradventure for a good man some should even dare to die. Mm-hmm. But Elohim commanded his love towards us, and that while we were yet sinners, the Mashiach died for us.
So again, this is taking us back to how this woman encompassed this man and why this woman had to encompass this man. Go ahead.
Whom against hope believed in hope that he might become the father of many nations. Wait.
Yeah, because you're in chapter 4.
Yeah. The page split. Now at verse 9 of 5. It said much more than being now justified by his blood, we shall be saved from the wrath through him. For if when we were enemies, we were reconciled to Elohim by the death of his son, much more being reconciled, we shall be saved by his life.
There you go. That's good. So that wickedness that you had, he became that to correct you. You know what I'm saying? We needed that chastening or that discipline. See, come over here to Hebrew 12, man. Remember Romans 8 tell you that he didn't spare his own son, but offered him up for us all. He chastened him and rebuked him before us all. Because if the word for rebuking in verse means to convict or judgment, you know that the convicting and the judgment of him was that he was declared to be a blasphemer. And what did Yasharal do? We blasphemed this man's name amongst the heathen. So your own wickedness corrected you. Your own backslidings reproved you, because we already read about the backslidings in 2 Kings 17, because they were worshiping idols. They were blaspheming. And what did they accuse of Mashiach doing in Matthew 26? Blaspheming. So your own backslidings will correct you, will convict you or convince you to show you that you were in error. And that's why it's a big deal when he say you procure this wickedness on yourself when you walked away from me. Because I showed you the way to go. You just got to think about that in the book of Acts. In the book of Acts, what does it say? It says that in chapter 5, I want to say, you intend to bring this man's blood upon us. Do you know what I'm saying? Because you already know, you convicted. Like when I asked the dude, I say, hey man, how is David a priest after? I know it's not JC. And I told him, you know in your own soul is Yahushua and you going to hell. I didn't say anything about that, man. I asked you a question. And the first thing you want to mention is someone whom I did not even mention or insinuate. Go ahead.
Hebrews 12
and 5.
And ye have forgotten the exhortation which speaketh unto you as unto children. My son, despise not the chastening of Yahuwah, nor faint when thou art rebuked of him. For whom Yahuwah loveth he chastens, and scourge every son whom he receives. If ye endure chastening, Elohim deal with you as his son. For what son is he whom the Father chastens not? Mm-hmm. But if ye be without chastisement, therefore all are partakers, then are ye bastards and not sons.
And Yahushua, we read it last night, he became a son of Elohim by the resurrection of the dead in the Ruach HaKodesh. And how did he become a son? Because he took that chastisement. He bore all that. That wickedness that we had, the Father took that and corrected him with it. Go ahead and get a Hebrew 5 and 7.
Whom in the days of flesh, when he had offered up prayers and supplication with strong crying and tears unto him that was able to save him from death, and was heard, and that he feared. Though he were a son, yet learned his obedience by the things he suffered.
He learned obedience by the things that he suffered, the chastisement that he received.
And being made perfect, he became the author of eternal salvation unto all them that obey.
So that we would know how evil and a bitter thing it is to forsake Yah, which we just read in 1 John chapter 2, did we not? I don't think we sit back and consider how evil and bitter that is to turn away from this man. Come on back to Jeremiah chapter 2. I had something in Acts 13. I don't know if we're going to get to it today. Wherever you start now.
Jeremiah 2.
Leah, what are you doing? Come on.
Verse 20 of Jeremiah 2. For of old time I have broken thy yoke and
For
burst
when time?
For an old time.
For an old time.
I have broken thy yoke and burst thy bands.
Hold on, he did what? He broke the yoke and burst the bands. Go ahead.
And thou said, I will not transgress. When upon every high hill and under every green tree thou wanderest playing the harlot.
Hold on, now pause. You know when it says for of old time? You know what this means? That word is olam. Antiquity. Ancient time. So again, you know what it takes us back to? He was slain from the foundation of the world. And he say from that time he did what? He did what? He burst the bands and broke the yoke. And thou said, I will not transgress upon every... You went playing the harlot. You know what he said back and said, what's that chapter at? Give me Deuteronomy 27, man. Or is it 29? It's 29. Tell me what 29 and 1 say. Why are you untying my shoe, Elizabeth? Let me see what the verse is, though. That ain't what it is. It might be Deuteronomy 27.
That's something about.
Give me Deuteronomy 27. Pick me up at verse 1. I'll tell you where to drop from. Go ahead.
And Moses with the elders of Yasharah commanded the people, saying, Keep all the commandments which I command you this day. And it shall be on the day when thou shalt pass over the Jordan into the land which Yahuwah thy Elohim giveth thee, that thou shalt set up there great stones, and plaster them with plaster. And thou shalt write upon them the words of this Torah when thou art passed over, that thou mayest go into the land which Yahuwah thy Elohim giveth thee, a land that flows with milk and honey, as Yahuwah Elohim of thy fathers hath promised thee. Therefore it shall be when thou be gone over the Jordan, that ye shall set up these stones which I command you this day, and that in Mount Abal, and thou shalt plaster them with plaster. And there thou shalt build an altar unto
You should
Yahuwah
build
thy
what?
Elohim, an altar.
Go ahead.
An altar of stone.
A what?
An altar of stone.
That can't do what?
Thou shalt not lift up any iron or tool upon it.
What you think that could mean? Read the next verse.
Thou shalt build an altar of Yahuwah thy Elohim of whole stones, and thou shalt offer burnt offerings thereupon.
Not whole stones.
Whole stones.
Whole stones. Not kidney stones? Whole stones. So what you think that could mean?
What's the word for plaster?
I'll tell you in a moment. The word for whole in this verse is shalom. Kidney stones are very painful. Would you like to pass one? I got a couple in my back pocket. Yeah, I mean, I just kept them with me. With just calcium deposits. Hello? Yes, I am. I have no shame. Hello? Yeah. Shalom is the word. It means to be complete. It means to be complete, to be safe, to be peaceful, to be perfect, to be whole, to be finished, to be unharmed. A covenant of shalom in the mind. That's the word for whole. Is that rain? The word stones. I know they've been looking for this stone, for this rain. Yeah, I ain't been looking for no rain though. I seen somebody tell me why they couldn't stop these forest fires. How they been going on this long? I'm like, clearly y'all ain't been living in Florida long, because there's been many wildfires that went on longer than this. I don't know how they think it's just so easy when it's not raining just to put out a forest fire. I'm talking about niggas should have told them no, they be talking. Nigga, they ain't got enough water in the fire truck to put all this stuff out.
It ain't no more than no fire trucks.
What?
When there ain't no rain.
That's what they missing, nigga. It ain't the reason why it's been going on this long, because it ain't been raining.
It's hot every day.
Every day. Stoking the fire. Let y'all send a good wind. I ain't gonna crack it like this here. Oh no! Oh no!
It's not a game.
It's not a game. No, I seen somebody talk about, I think it's something behind this. Why they ain't stopped it? How it been going on for a month? Cause it ain't raining in a month, nigga.
For real, it ain't like rain twice a day, and
you know what I'm saying? That's the same way they talking about.
I'm talking about that.
Oh, this nigga bitch. Nigga bitch.
what's doing this Harlem Shake.
That nigga popped up and looked like, what? Why did I get struck?
Talking about that bike.
Stop it. I didn't know. I wasn't ready.
Lizzie looking like shoot, nigga. We got But check it though, right? I seen somebody that talking about, why is it only smoke in the hood? It wasn't no smoke in Ponte Vedra. Nigga, Ponte Vedra ain't near where the fire's at, nigga.
That's much farther south.
Much farther south. The fire's at the Georgia line, nigga. The north side is right there, nigga.
5 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, that junk reached to St. Augustine. You know what I'm talking about? But I think it's some fires in Middleburg, so that's gonna help that out too. That's still the west side though. But guess what though? Mandarin right by Middleburg, nigga. I said, boy, you can't tell these niggas everything in a conspiracy, nigga. Do you know what I'm saying? Everything you like, come on, nigga. So nigga, stay woke. Some of you niggas need to go back to sleep. You know what I'm talking about? Go take a nap. That's their line. Stay woke. So, boy, you niggas need to take a nap, get a juice bottle or something. You niggas be bugging. You know what I'm talking about? Get a juice box, nigga. Get that nigga some juicy juice and a fruit snack. Hey. Oh, my lamb. Nigga say, bro, why is it only smoke in the hood? Somebody say, I don't live in the hood, it's smoke at my house. Shoot, nigga, I'm talking about, nigga, I seen ashes coming in the sky. You know what I'm saying? Why is it ash in the sky? Because it's burning, nigga, it's burning. This just happens when you got 1,000 acres on fire, nigga.
I think it was like 263 square miles.
Woo! That's a large city. You know what I'm saying? But no, all jokes aside, those niggas say it's a conspiracy, bro. Why they ain't stopped it? Nigga, you see them crack on the news every day talking about, boy, we sure hope it's gonna be some rain in the forecast. But it's not, it's gonna be hot.
You can do it, shut up.
Weatherman can't forecast no fake rain.
So, okay. Okay, the word for plaster is said. And that word is lime, whitewash, or made by burning bones. Lime as when boiled by bones. Boiled by bones. He burned the bones of the king of Edom. Somebody let Glover in, please. So when he told you that you'll plaster them with plaster, that's some bones that are set on fire. Hey there, girl. Hey. I'll take that. Hey. Oh, I see you agreeing with that. Lee. Your friends treat you like you're an alien because you're pregnant.
We got pop on trigger.
Don't feel bad. I don't either.
Like mosquito.
You know what I think it is? I think sometimes people figure that when you're with child, there's certain activities you're just not going to want to participate in, so they don't even feel like, why ask when you're going to tell me, you know I'm pregnant? That's the only thing I can come up with. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I haven't been in that position to have to deal with that. I guess some people want to participate in everything while they're pregnant. I think that's just me. I think that's what some people think. Like, if we were finna go do something strenuous, we like say, yeah, we would want Lee to come, but why are we gonna call Lee and ask her to come do this here and she's pregnant? She can't do this. You know what I'm saying? This is different if you don't want to do it, because we can ask you, we don't care if you don't want to do it, versus you can't actually physically do it. You know what I'm saying? But we were finna go run a 10K. We're not finna call Lee and say, hey, man, you want to run a 10K with us? I am pregnant, nigga. Well, I'm gonna make sure after you have this child, I'm gonna call you so you can run a 10K. And you're gonna run it. If you gotta walk it, I don't even know what I'm lying because I ain't running no 10K.
You can walk it, bro.
Yeah, I can walk it, but nigga, gonna be out there 3 hours.
That ain't 10 miles.
Yeah, I think that's way more than 10 miles.
For real?
Yeah, 10K is just kilometers.
Oh, yeah, it is.
Yeah, that's way more. Shit, nigga. I don't know. I never learned the metric system. 5.5 miles. 9K is 5.5 miles. 6 miles. That's a long walk. I ain't running no marathon though. You know how long a marathon is?
That's 28.
26 miles. Nigga, that's like running from the south side to some. Shoot.
26 miles.
Bet you lied, nigga. It's almost 26 miles from his house to Creekside. No, to Palencia.
Yeah, that ain't that long.
And they be running that junk in like 2 hours.
That's what I'm saying. If you're going at least 15 miles an hour running.
I mean, you're supposed to technically run a mile in under 10 minutes.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. Off of the stat.
But you know, who do it then?
I'm not,
Nigga, I ran it in 12. When I was 12, I ran a mile in like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, them days long gone. Them days long gone. I'll never forget that one. That man, I had a pair of Reeboks on there. They were so cut up. The greatest mile I ever ran. Never duplicated it.
That was the greatest mile I ever ran.
Time wise, never duplicated that. You would thought you got better as you got older. It got worse. Maybe it was the smoke. I don't know. That junk hurt now though. Talking about running a mile? Shoot, nigga, somebody better call the city bus or cab or Uber or something. I'm not running nowhere. Nowhere. Man, that junk gonna be 15 minutes these days. Come on, man. When he say plaster, that burning lime. So when he tell you a whole stone is a stone of shalom, what do you think he could be telling us? What are you doing?
What's Mount a ball?
Amount of balls. Nah, it means stone or bare mountain. A mountain of cursing, north of Sechem and opposite of Mount Gerizim. It's a stone of cursing. You smell like barbecue chips. So if this is a stone of cursing, what do you think this could mean? What y'all think that could mean if it's a stone of cursing? He said, you will be gone over Jordan, and you shall put up these stones which I command thee this day in Mount Ebal. So you will put up these whole stones in the mountain of cursing. And there you will build an altar of stone, and you won't lift any iron tool upon it. And that's when you will offer your peace offerings, and you shall eat there and rejoice there. And thou shalt write upon the stones all the words of this Torah very plainly. Hey, New Muffin. New Muffin says she knows, but she doesn't know how to audibly voice her words at this time, so she can't answer you. She told me with her brain that she knows.
I don't know.
Anybody got an idea?
What's going on?
Okay, now listen. He says, y'all shall write upon all the words, write upon, hold on. He said, when you pass over Jordan, he'll set you up some great stones, and you shall burn them with burnings, bones burnt with lime. Then he says, you'll write all of them when you pass over into the land which flow with milk and honey, and then you'll set up these stones which he commands you, and the mountain of cursing. And then you'll build up an altar that ain't had nothing put on it. And thou shalt build an altar of whole stones, and then remember that whole meaning perfect or complete. A covenant of shalom. And then you'll offer your burnt offerings and your peace offerings and write on these specific stones the Torah of Yahuwah plainly.
No.
So nobody has idea? Y'all want to see what Mount Ebal is first?
Yeah.
Let's see what Mount Ebal is first. What that is, Matthew chapter 27 and verse 25. Man, if these people don't stop emailing me, I'm going to write a stern letter. Stop. Stop, Leah.
You said Matthew 27?
And 25.
Then answered all the people and said, his blood be on us and on our children. Then released him Barabbas unto them, and when he had scourged Yahushua, he delivered him to be crucified.
Go ahead.
Then the soldiers of the governor took Yahushua into the common hall and gathered unto him the whole band of soldiers. And they stripped him and put on a scarlet robe. And when they had platted a crown of thorns, they put it upon his head.
Drop down to verse 33. Stop it right now.
That's right too.
That's too much time.
And when they were come to a place called Golgotha, that is to say, a place of skull, they gave him vinegar to drink mingled with gall.
So they took him to Golgotha, place of skull. And what's the other place they took him to? Well, what's the name of the valley or the plain they took him to? Stop. Leah, put that top back on. He took him to Jessamine.
That was the garden he went to. I asked why he say that. That's why I was confused. Cause I thought that's where they went to. That's where they took him.
You thinking about when they, and John, they don't tell you the name of it. Golgotha is the place that they took him to the same place. Jessamine ain't too far. Remember, he still got buried in the garden. Before they snatched him, he was in the garden. But then they took him to a plain. And the name of that plain.
What's Golgotha?
No, that's the place of the skull. What is so funny about it? Oh, I got you. No, I got you. Now, the garden, it don't say what it said. It just said the garden was over the brook of Cedron. It doesn't give the name. Stop. I'm not playing with you. Oh, no, I got you. They ain't have to. She stopped. That's the place where he went over there where they prayed at with Jessamine.
Right, that's where they took it.
No, that's where they played. Shoot, she stopped though. Who, him? Who said that? Dang!
Brother, that's an opinion. Everyone's entitled to one.
He says he tanned many a hide.
It's because he don't see me public.
Don't do that, Saya.
Why he doing you like that, man? That nigga say you ain't gonna whoop nothing and then let me whoop.
He's entitled to his opinion.
He say he entitled to it. He say you ain't gonna whoop nothing, let nothing be whooped.
He's entitled to it.
Now, nevertheless, yeah, you were right. Now, Jessamine where they went and prayed that. So they done took him to this spot, the Golgotha. And they put him up on the stake, which would be the Mount of Curse. We read it last night, Galatians 3 and 13, Deuteronomy 21 and 22 say, if a man be hanged on a tree, be accursed. He done put him up on this mountain. Now he done cursed him. Now he's a whole stone. How is he a whole stone?
They took that tool to him though.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
They took that tool to him quite decently.
I thought about it.
They ain't take no tool to him.
They put them
Yeah.
scales.
Yeah, they did a lot of that.
They hit him in the side.
Yeah, they did a lot of
moved
that.
it. They carved
That
that
gotta be the
stone.
two. What the word is for two was on.
Oh, I couldn't tell you. It's just gonna be a regular word. The word for tool is barzel. It's an iron ore, a tool of ironness, or harshness, strength, or oppression, or implements.
Well, they got some of that.
Now you gotta look at, then you have to look at it different, because he's the altar. He said, don't put none of this on this here with these stones. You got to remember though, there's plaster on plaster, which is lime burnings. His bones didn't get burned either though.
Right.
But yet they were still plaster on these stones. How so? How did these stones get burned?
I thought the tree was the altar.
Shoot, Mashiach is the altar. It also can be a smith or an axe head.
For an altar.
I mean, that's the old furnace of affliction. You know what I'm saying? Now you sit back and you look at an iron tool. He said specifically an iron tool.
That's made from fire.
You know what I'm saying? You know they hit him with that javelin, but he was already dead.
Nails is iron.
Yeah, but they're not considered a tool.
You get them down with a hammer, right? It's a tool.
They did hammer him.
When they hammered him with? They only hit him in the head with a reed. That's a staff.
Like
No,
they
we're talking about the nails.
Like they
Nails is hit with a hammer.
like in Jeremiah when they
But they didn't hit him with the hammer.
They fastened the tree.
They hit the nail with the hammer. Not him.
Yeah, it's connected to his kidney. Therefore, he got to do that. So you turn and look at it.
Now you say you got to build this altar with whole stones, a covenant of shalom. How is he a whole stone? Because he's got to be that's shalom, perfect, complete, a complete stone. That don't even make sense to have a. If you talking about how can a stone be in a covenant? How can a stone be a covenant of shalom? So you know this ain't talking about no stone. What did it say the master say he was? It's the chief cornerstone. You know what I'm saying? That's what he said. Go on to get 1 Peter chapter 2, man, verse 5. Because he said upon these stones you got to offer your peace offerings. Hamashiach is your peace offering. We just read that in Romans chapter 5. He's your burnt offering. But then he said you got to write on these stones the Torah plainly. Niggas went home, cuz.
First Peter 2.
And 5.
Ye also, as lively stones, are built up a spiritual house, a Kodash priesthood to offer up spiritual sacrifices acceptable by Elohim, by Yahushua Mashiach. Wherefore also it is contained in the scripture, behold, I lay in Zion the chief cornerstone, elect and precious, and he that believeth on him shall not be confounded. Unto you therefore which believe on he is precious, but unto them which be disobedient, the stone which the builders disallowed, the same is made the head of the corner.
So pause. So now how did he write this Torah after these stones been taken up to the Mount of Ebal, the Mount of Cursing? And this altar, because clearly the master is that altar, that whole stone, that's covenant of shalom, that's perfect and complete and whole, taken to the Mount of Cursing, because you know, cursed be he that hangeth on a tree, and he became a curse for us, that we might be redeemed from the curse of the law. Then how did they write the Torah upon him plainly? Because he said you got to write the Torah on that stone plainly. So then how did they do that for him? Because this is going back to what we're looking at in Jeremiah. He said, the people said that we will do everything that you say. Go ahead, man.
Not when they wrote. No, it's not literal. That's not literal. You said how they write the Torah on the stone.
You know, the law said that you got to write on the after you taking the stones to the Mount Ebal. Hold on. It says now, listen, right? You got to take these when you going over Jordan. You know what I'm saying? You could look at that as them going over the brook of Cedron. When you going over Jordan, you got to take it with plaster, You got to build an altar of stones. Thou shalt not lift any iron tool on it. And when you build the altar of Yahuwah thy Elohim of perfect stones, then you will offer your burnt offerings thereon unto Yahuwah, and thou shalt offer your peace offerings and eat and rejoice, and thou shalt write upon the stones all the words of this Torah very plainly. So after you built this altar, now you got to offer your peace offerings and your burnt offerings. Now clearly we know from reading Romans 5, Mashiach is your peace offering. He just mentioned he the furnace of affliction, so there's your burnt offering. You know what I'm saying? So then after this has been accomplished, he says, then write all the words of this Torah on these stones plainly. Go ahead, man. 24 and 44, man. Luke.
Will be writing on their heart.
Yeah, I mean, but then when you look at and working all the words of this Torah plainly, the words were written on Mashiach plainly. It was no more mystery. Remember what Proverbs? Remember what Proverbs say? All the words that I speak are in righteousness. They are plain to him that have wisdom. Remember what Paul say? With having this great hope, we use great plainness of speech. Let me quote it. 24 and 44. The word for plainly is bahar, and it's to make plain, to make clear, to declare, letters on a tablet.
And he said unto them, these are the words which I spake unto you while I was yet with you, that all things must be fulfilled which were written in the law of Moses and the prophets and the Psalms concerning me. Then opened he their understanding that they might understand the scriptures, and said unto them, thus it is written, and thus it behooved the Mashiach to suffer and to rise from the dead on the third day, and that repentance and remission of sins should be preached in his name among all nations, beginning
so from that point of his resurrection, he made it plain, because the peace offering has been offered, which was his body. Because now you have a covenant of shalom with him, right? Now you can be at peace. He done reconciled you to be the Elohim. The burnt offering has been offered. Ain't no iron tool get lifted up on that altar. And he was definitely a whole stone, because he was perfect in his death. Did he have any spot, wrinkle, or blemish on it? He had no sins, no disobedience, no nothing. A perfect whole stone. See, what I was going here today, and most I will probably get it next week, is that to show how you're justified by the things that you couldn't be justified in the law of Moses, as Paul stated in Acts chapter 13. And then we'll look at that Greek word for just in that particular verse. So when you think on that, remember right before Mashiach died, did they know what these scripts meant? After he died and rose, guess what? It's quite plain now. You know the reason why we went into all that there? Because at the end of that chapter, he mentions all the things that the people should say amen for if that saying they won't do them. The people said all these words of this Torah, we will what? We will do. You know what I'm saying? Now you done turned around and heard of Mashiach and said everything that this man said, we will do. But you know what you did? You continue not with him. Oh, this saying too hard. I don't like it. I don't like it. You know our problem is we want to serve this man how we want to serve him. You know the only time people say something they don't like when it's blocking something they want to do. You know what I'm saying? You have very few people if the word come up and block something they want to do that they will discard it. All right, oh well. When you want to do something, I don't think that's what he meant. See, I read this scripture over here. What did this mean? Trying to get up out of something. You know what I'm saying? Because if it was really his will and not your will be done, once it's identified and you see 2-3 witnesses that establish that, all right, I'm good. Instead of trying to hold on to, I want to do this, I want to do that, I want to do this. When you done said, most people ain't, but some people, pretty much everybody been immersed, except for that big head nigga in the bike. I don't know that nigga's name. Why you gonna throw your baby under the bus? Your head bigger than his.
Spit up all over you.
So this said, yeah, my man. So I bet you won't disrespect me like that no more. My head big, nigga. I got it from you, nigga. Disrespect me, huh? She got what? Yeah, I know that. I mean, that's a given. She just came around with it. But I was really just trying to pinpoint that nigga in the bike. That nigga right there. In the bike. That nigga in the bike. Who got threw up on. In the bike.
No, that's not.
In the bike. Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
You sure live. Probably gave that boy that sour milk. You need to drink some better water. You need to drink more water.
This stuff is not sour milk.
You missed it. It's okay.
Oh, I did. Say it again.
Never. She didn't catch it.
No, you gotta say it again.
No, it just floated on over you.
You know what? Not today.
Yesterday and tomorrow and maybe next week.
No.
You know what I'm saying? But all jokes aside though, when you get immersed, you know, you enter into a covenant with him. So you saying everything that he says, I'ma do. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people, they don't mean that because they come right up out that water crying and happy. Some people cry. Some people sing. Some people just get out. You know what I'm talking about? You know, I ain't gonna lie to you. Most of the time, the people who really don't show no manner of emotion probably be the ones that go harder than the ones who do all the. Not saying that's always the case. You know what I'm saying? Because you got some people who come out of there who are genuinely overjoyed, and that stays with them long after the water has dried. You know what I'm saying? You got some people who weep, and they still weeping every time they commit a sin afterwards. Oh, I'm so sorry. He just looking at it. I bet you is sorry. Matter of fact, I know you sorry. I watch you every day. You know what I'm saying? You's a sorry nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Sorry excuse for that.
You know how people be like, I'm sorry. I know. You know what I'm saying? I know. I live with you. You know what I'm saying? I watch it. I know you're sorry. You know what I'm talking about? But because you know that's what we get fooled at is the outward show of emotion. So you can tell sometimes when some people that it's genuine. But when you coming up out that water, you done made a real live decision to say everything that this man say, you gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? And then you turn right back around and don't do it in the book. See, I'm gonna read you some of the stuff he said you supposed to go to hell for. He said, "Cursed be he that set light by his father or mother." So he said you should be damned if you set light by your father or mother. That word for light is kala, and that means to disgrace or dishonor or lightly esteem. You know how many niggas going to hell because they disrespect their parents? See, most people see that light. What he means set light. That man mean disrespect your mama. Because most people, daddy ain't around. You know, I ain't tell you no lie, man. And that's before I knew N-word. I mean, I knew that was in there. I ain't never disrespected my daddy, and that man ain't raised me. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never disrespect this man. You know what I'm talking about? Just on the simple fact, dog, that's my daddy. It doesn't matter what he did or did not do. You got some nigga feel like my daddy wasn't around, they gonna cuss him out. You know what I'm saying? Then you know some niggas ain't got no problem disrespecting their mama. Boy, that's a sour deal. I felt like that before the word. A nigga who disrespected his mama, that ain't a nigga to be trusted. You know what I'm talking about? What, did she take a tumble? No, I mean, all jokes aside, right? We know the law say honor your father and mother, right? But let's just put for lack of a better use of words, put the word to the side. Because we felt like this in the world. What does that say to you about a nigga who could disrespect his mama? You know what I'm saying? That say to me that you are a vile excuse of a man. You know what I'm talking about? And I wouldn't dare. I don't even want to be down with a nigga I know that is capable of disrespecting his mama. Because if you capable of disrespecting your mama, you don't care about nobody but yourself. Because you don't even got enough respect for the woman who birthed you, fed you, clothed you, taught you, all that there. And you can disrespect your mama? Oh, you rotten bastard. You.
Well, how you feel about disrespecting your mama? What's disrespecting your mama?
You know what disrespecting your mama is. We all know it when we see it.
Come on, mama say I be being disrespectful.
Your mama say that because you don't agree with everything she say.
That's why I'm just letting that be known.
But I know that though. You know what I'm saying?
It might be people at the same.
No, we know what I'm talking about. We know what disrespecting your mama. You know it when you see it. Because a rage will come over you if you love your mama.
There was a nigga in my neighborhood, he put a gun out on that mom.
See, that nigga ought to die and go to hell and then be resurrected and kill him again and send him back. You know what I'm saying? But that man say you cursed. So think about that. I wouldn't care what she did. You better go ahead and get shot. She the one got to go to hell for it. I put it like this here though, because that's because the generation we come from. It don't matter what your mama do. That don't give you no means to disrespect her though. You know what I'm saying? None. You know what I'm saying? You can let her date, ma. I don't appreciate that now. You know what I'm talking about? Oh, you wrong, ma. You wrong now. I'm just letting you know, you wrong. But disrespecting her though, yelling at her, cussing her out, calling out her name, that's unacceptable. I wouldn't care what she did. That's still you. I wouldn't care if you were 45 years old, nigga. If your mama wanted to bomb on you, she got that right. I done told you before, nigga, if your mama walked in your own house and told you, nigga, go take that trash out, you better say, yeah, ma'am, take that trash out. That book don't absolve you that because you moved out your mama's house and got kids that you don't have to respect her. He didn't say honor your father and mother while you live with them. He said do it completely, period. You know what I'm saying? We in a society, we feel like when we get grown and move out, Mom Dukes can't tell me nothing.
Oh my God, they full. I ain't thinking about
That's what though? You can look in the face and say, you know, Mom, that garbage bag's not too full. That might be a waste of a garbage bag.
Yeah, that's me.
You know what I'm saying? At the same time, I'm just using that as example. Mom Dukes give a command, you're not absolved from that command because there's no of age in this book where it say you don't have to listen to your parents anymore.
Nah, yeah, I believe that.
You know what I'm saying? It doesn't say, oh, once you don't live with them anymore. It's just now they supposed to respect the fact of once you left their house and cleave to your wife. Nah, Mom, you need to have a little bit of respect for my household now. I cleave to my wife now, and we're one flesh. Could you respect those boundaries, please? You know what I'm saying? If you can't respect those boundaries, I don't know if this relationship will work out any longer.
How you handle your mother disrespecting your wife though?
Oh, you got to straighten that off the rip.
Disrespect.
No, I'm talking about you have to straighten that. You can straighten something in a respectful manner. If you're a grown man and you don't know how to give a straightening in a respectful manner, you might need to look at yourself. It's nothing hard, Mom. I love you. You know what I'm saying? That's my wife. Do not disrespect my wife. I don't appreciate it when you disrespect my wife. If you, well, then and that you very well can do, but you can't do it here.
I'm gonna do whatever I want to do.
I know it. I know you will, but you won't come here and do it.
You gonna put her out though? That's disrespect.
There ain't no disrespect, Mom. You got to go. You got to
I'm
go.
just trying to see what the disrespect line is.
That ain't no disrespect if you ask somebody to leave your house.
Your mama gonna feel that disrespect.
She can feel how she want to feel. It's disrespectful. Get out of my house, you. That's disrespectful. Ma, I would appreciate it if you vacate the premises.
You trying to put me out.
And, hey,
I had
you right. Y'all need to come get it.
That's disrespect. They call the law on your mom.
Shoot, she called the law on herself.
Nobody.
She called the law on herself. But in that instance there, because I can't cuss you out and I can't throw you out, so I got to get some assistance to put you out. Because you're not finna stand there. You ain't finna stand in my house and disrespect my wife. Ain't no way that's going to happen. Ain't nobody finna do that. I mean, as a man though, he say clean to your. If your mama can't respect your wife, that's a problem. And Ma, you can't respect my wife, you ain't got to worry about coming around here, and you definitely ain't got to worry about me coming around there. I still love you though.
She called you that you need to come through.
I asked you not to disrespect my wife, and you plainly said that you wasn't gonna do that.
You listen to your mom.
No, hey, guess what though? I gotta treat you like a heathen man in the public. I ain't like listening to you, but you're not finna disrespect my wife though. You ain't finna disrespect my wife and think this thing finna run smooth now. It ain't work like that, Mom. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's a lot of people who do that. That's in the world that feel like, oh, your wife, her bald headed behind, she can't hold on, and niggas let it slide too.
Yeah, I don't see that.
Ain't nobody finna disrespect my wife.
My mama is.
Ain't no, screw that. I know how she is. She ain't finna be coming around here no more. Cause you done sit like this here, right? Shoot, I done seen a nigga say, I picked my mama over my wife. You ain't no man. Shoot, even without the book, you ain't no man. You know what I'm talking about? Well, how you gonna let somebody come in your house and down talk the woman you married? The woman who birthed your children. You know what I'm talking about? Won't down tip, not my wife. No sir. Shoot, I mean, I told a nigga, shoot, I wouldn't care. It could be her own mama. You ain't finna come in here and disrespect my wife. I ain't talking about my mama. It could be her mama. It could be her daddy. Oh, you're not finna come in here and do that now. I don't care who it is. Not shoot. You want to disrespect her? Don't do it in my presence, and definitely don't do it in my house. Do you know what I'm saying? She come back to me, my mama tried me. What she say? Why? Well, shoot. Keep on going around there. That's on you. You know what I'm talking about? I ain't finna tell you keep going. Shoot, if you like to be treated like a dog, shoot, I like it too. I ain't finna stand up for nobody. Ain't gonna stand up for themselves. Cause as a woman, you can let your mother-in-law know I don't appreciate it. It's not that hard to tell somebody I don't appreciate that when you say that to me, or I don't appreciate you handling me like that. If they're any type of adult, they will consider that. You know what? I didn't look at it that way that I was doing that. I'm sorry.
I don't know about that though.
I said if they any type of an adult. I said if they,
In an escalated situation.
I said if you any type of adult, you ain't got to do it right there in the moment. I'm just saying, period, letting somebody know when you do this and do this and do this, I don't like it. You know what I'm saying? That don't mean you got to do it right there in the moment. But if they any type of adult and you bring that to them, and they look at it like, shoot, nigga, F you. Well, that's somebody you don't want to deal with.
In the heat of the moment, that's most likely what you're gonna get. You're gonna get some words.
Yeah, that's why I didn't say in the heat of the moment. I just saying, period. You ain't got to do it right then, but you got to let somebody know I don't like the way you handle me.
But I'm saying, in your house.
Oh, in my house, I ain't got to heat of the moment. I'm a man. So look here, Ma.
How you gonna get it stopped?
Shit, like this here, Ma, you got to
I'll do it
go.
in the money.
Ma, you got to
I don't
go.
appreciate you talking to me like that, man. Nigga, F you.
Okay. Ain't gonna be all that because I got control of my mother. Yeah, he F me all day long. You go ahead and go to your house and you can F there. You know what I'm talking about? You do whatever you want to there. You can't do that here though, nigga. Nigga, you don't pay my rent no more, nigga. I ain't gotta take. Remember what you told me? In my house, you gonna live by my rules. Well, my rules say you can't disrespect my wife.
You come on and make a commandment, you gotta do it. You gotta abide by that commandment.
Yeah, and that commandment also tell you that you cleave to your wife and you become one flesh. So, mama, you got to respect that boundary. You got to respect that boundary. You're an adult, I'm an adult. You must respect that boundary. If you cannot respect that boundary, then the bounds of our relationship will be altered considerably. Do you know what I'm saying? You cannot disrespect that boundary. As a man, you can't allow nobody to cross that line. You know what I'm saying? And there's a way to be able to communicate that in a respectful manner. You know what I'm saying? If you're a man, you could be able to communicate, Ma, you know I love you. I can't let you talk to my wife like that though. Because you know full well you wouldn't want nobody to talk to you like that. So what makes you think, you see these kids in here? See, she birthed them. So regardless of how you feel, guess what? That nigga still gonna be here. You know what I'm saying? She's still gonna be here. You ain't got to be here. I live with her. You don't. Yeah, that's when you're older though. I mean younger though.
When your kid is young.
Yeah. Or don't provoke him to wrath and discourage him. Then he say, cursed be he that remove his neighbor's landmark. That word for landmark is gaval, and that's territory. Or space. So don't, you know what I'm saying? We don't really have none of that. Cursed be he that make the blind wander out of the way. When we look at blind, you know that's blind physically and blind figuratively. So you cursed if you lead people who don't know out of Mashiach. And he say, cursed be he that pervert the judgment of the stranger and the fatherless. Cursed be he that lay with his father's wife and uncover his father's skirt. Cursed be he that lay with any manner of beast. Cursed be he that lie with his sister, the daughter of his father, the daughter of his mother. Cursed be he that lie with his mother-in-law. Cursed be he that smite his neighbor secretly. That word for that word is nakah, and it just simply means to smite, hit, beat, slay, kill, wound, beat, receive a blow, judgment upon, chastise, destroy, conquer, subjugate, ravage, or to be attacked. Y'all know what that is, because they definitely smited Mashiach secretly. Cursed be he that take reward to slay an innocent person. You know who that is?
Hitman.
Old Judas, because he definitely took a reward to slay an innocent person. And cursed be he that confirmed not all the words of this Torah to do them, and all the people shall say, Amen. So you look at that one there, it's a lot of people going to hell. It's a lot of niggas smiting their neighbor secretly. Okay now. Come on back to Jeremiah chapter 2. Now we'll stop right there and we'll look at verse 20. So when he tell you that he'll boast the yoke and the bands, he did for that for us when we came up out of Mizraim. He broke the yoke and the bands that Egypt had over us, and yet we went wandering after other gods. And then Mashiach come through and burst the bonds and the yoke again. And what do? Well, we read in 1 John chapter 2, following after those who are out willing to deceive, willing to pervert the gospel of Mashiach. But we'll stop it right there though. Hallelujah for Yahushua. We'll stop right there. Stop.